Now, OBS, I swear. It. OBS, I swear. Can you hear me now? Okay. I swear, I don't know why it does this. Can you hear? OBS, I swear. It. Hold on. OBS, I swear. Can you hear me now? Okay. I swear, I don't know why it does this. Okay, can you guys still hear me? No, it wasn't. No, this wasn't D-Max. No. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can still hear me. If we're all good now. Okay. All right, cool. OBS does this to me on occasion and I don't know why. Whenever I go into a certain screen, it doesn't matter if it's my opening screen or my talking screen or whichever one it is. For whatever reason, the input capture doesn't stay in place from my microphone and I have no idea why. I have no clue. Yeah. Abby. Blaming Obama. Yeah, I have no idea why. It does this on occasion. I have no clue. Sorry about that, guys. Did you guys catch any of what I said about that song? Did anybody catch that by any chance? When people on DMAX said the other day that OBS was the devil, I'm telling you what. I don't know why they've been... I don't know why. I've not touched the thing, and it just does that. I have no idea. Anyway. You guys didn't catch any of what I said about the song? Okay. So, that song, if you guys didn't see, is, it's a DSP AI singing that song, okay? And y'all can thank Kristen Ark for that one. Because he played it earlier on his stream, and everyone in the chat was dying because he happened to find it. And I can't, like, I think that he was just browsing for topics and it got sent over to him. And he then proceeded to go down the rabbit hole of AI songs, and it was freaking hysterical. Oh, it was so funny. So, and I said in the chat that I would play that tonight. So there you go. Yeah. Before Mr. Gamer, Murdock is a good friend of mine. He has been in the community now for a little while. I'm not exactly sure for how long, but we're gonna talk to him about it tonight. He has a YouTube channel, and I believe he goes over a lot of different, like, anime stuff and things of that nature, and some other topics too. I know that I believe he does play video games. He was also on, I don't know if it was reoccurring, but he's been known to be on Flatley's channel a little bit here and there. He was on Badwick's channel a little bit here and there. He does a lot of, that I have seen, and we'll talk to him about it tonight. He had his a couple months ago. He unfortunately had his channel taken down, but it was reinstated for whatever reason, so we'll talk to him about that tonight. But that was the thing, and Peepaw helped him out, and Peepaw has talked to him before too. He's a good guy. He was also, some of you may know this, if you watched, speaking of Flatley, if you happened to watch Flatley's Riz-Off a couple months ago, he was on there with Bunny. And he won, I believe, if I remember correctly. Which was one of the funniest things, and it was the greatest thing. It was so funny. So we'll talk to him all about that tonight. We'll bring him in here in a minute. I believe that he is in the chat now. Hello, Mr. Murdock. So yeah, so we'll get started here in just a minute. Give me just a second. I got one more song that I wanted to play. I hope I don't get claimed for that. That was worth it. Ugh, I don't know. We'll see. So I want to get my last song pulled up here, and then we'll get started. So, give me just a second. You know what? Why not? We'll do this. Okay, one more song, guys, and then we'll get started.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here. And so from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories.
Exposed, 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 exposed. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Exposed, 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 exposed. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose, 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 Some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vaginas. Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
We're not gonna expose him. Well, maybe we'll see. So, I swear OBS does not like me tonight. I'm telling you. Anyway, alrighty, guys. So before we bring it, we're gonna go ahead and bring him in here in just a minute. I wanted to just let you guys know that I'm not sure how long we'll talk for. We'll see. So we'll probably talk for, I'd say, hold on, give me a second. Okay, anyway. So we'll probably talk for a little while. We'll just see where the conversation goes. And yeah, so let's go ahead and bring him in. Give me just a second. Hello, Murdock.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
So your computer's been having trouble, huh?
No, it's just, I swear, OBS does not like me sometimes. It's been, I don't know what it is or why it's doing it. I think the issue that I'm having is that sometimes the audio source won't stay in there for whatever reason, and I have no idea why. It's been, I don't know. It's been silly. But anyway, how are you, good sir?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah, it was storming a little bit last night. At like 5 o'clock, or actually no, it was storming for most of the night, and it got fairly thunderous, I'll say, around like 5 o'clock in the morning. But that's like, it truthfully wasn't that bad here. How does it for you?
Well, when I went to town like an hour before we started, my car was reading about 112.
Oh, that's awful. Awful.
Oh yeah.
Now, are you in Texas?
As of right now, yes, I am. Until in about 3 more weeks, I will be back in LA.
Oh, very nice. Very cool. What are you doing in LA?
Oh, I'm moving back. I lived there for 10 years.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think I ever knew that. I don't think that we ever talked about that before. So what are you moving back for? Just because, or?
No, so I'm actually in the film industry. Been in there for about 9-10 years. I mean, I technically count college part of that because I was working small end gigs here and there during that time. So, I would count it. Yeah.
Nice,
And-
nice. Are you looking forward to it? How long has it been since you've been to California in general or LA?
Year and a half, roundabout.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, from what I've heard, LA is not what it used to be. Supposedly, I don't know. I well, just yeah. I don't know that. You never can really trust the media nowadays. Who knows at this point? But it's no. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I was born in Long Beach. So
Wow.
yeah, but I do not remember jack shit about it. Like nada, nothing. I was like 2, I think maybe when we moved to Missouri. I think.
Mm.
So I have no recollection besides maybe some pictures here and there of like the house that we used to live in and things like that. But I don't remember nothing. I was raised here, so that's what I counted as. But I was born in I believe at one point before I was born, my parents did live in LA for a little while, and then when they moved to Long Beach shortly after my mom got pregnant.
Okay. Yeah, I was born in Lubbock, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and we moved. And I think I was like 1 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, let me start over real fast. So when I was actually born, my father was working strip clubs at the time.
Oh.
So it wasn't just me and my mom in the delivery room. It was me, my mom, 4 strippers, my dad, and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh my god! I love it. I love it. Murdock, this is exactly why I wanted to talk to you. And when you reached out to me, I was so excited to talk to you because you are such an interesting dude. And not a lot of people, most people within the community know you to a certain degree, but you have such an interesting life. And you are just an interesting person in general, which is why I was so happy when you reached out to me to want to talk. I'm like, yes, I get to talk to Murdock. And plus, I haven't talked to you in forever. And it's, because I think you were one of the first people that I actually talked to when I came into the community, if you will. So, yeah, you were very, very nice. And you still are very, very nice, obviously. And I love you to death. You ready to go? Are you excited to move, or are you scared? What will you be? I meant to ask you this. What will you be doing in LA? I'm sorry. Can you talk about that?
100%. I'm going back to the industry. Mind you, while I've been here, I've been doing small gigs here and there. Reaching out more with YouTubers and this and that, trying, for the simple fact that I'm here and this place is stagnant. There's no creativity here.
Yeah. I bet.
And it already hurts my PTSD riddled brain that there's nothing creative out here except, hey, you go to the bar. Hey, what do you do? Oh, well, I shovel shit. Like, oh yeah, that's cool. Hey, what do you do? I work at the Tractor Supply. Oh, that's cool. Then they ask me, what do you do? Oh, I make movies, man. I've been on HBO, all that good stuff. It's like, oh yeah, who cares?
Right. Well,
Like,
it's not very often that you actually get to, not a lot of people would believe that necessarily, or unless you're like a big name or something. But still, what did you do for HBO?
So we did our company, 4 Ways Entertainment. We our first ever well produced short film called Slipping into Darkness.
Okay.
We went into a film festival called the Official Latino Film Festival, and not only did we win Best Film, but we also won HBO Select with 2 other films. So our film with those 2 got put on all HBO services, aka streaming, HBO Max at the time. We had a 2-year lease, and you're in the wrong one.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. Give me one second. I'll shoot it right to you.
Okay. Sorry, that was the only one I found.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought I changed that. That is my fault. Such a goober.
No, you're good. You're fine. I was actually just getting ready to ask you, was this the right page, or I wasn't sure because there's your profile picture. So that was the only one that I found. But if you have another one, send it my way. Sure, of course.
Yeah, let me
I want to pull up the most accurate one you got.
I'll drop it right into the side chat.
Sure. All right, give me a second.
Was that the one that was on my Discord?
No, that's I think I found that one on my own. Give me a second here. If you want to, you can put it into general or the talks amongst yourselves in the Discord. That's fine. It don't matter. I got Discord pulled up anyway. There you go. Cool. Okay, thank you. Thank you, girl.
I could actually drop a few other things as well.
Sure, go ahead. Ah, there we go. There we go. That seems more like it. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. You only have 6 subscribers? What? Okay. I was going to be really, really confused. So this is this is Murdock's channel. As you can, wow, you got a lot of subscribers there, dude.
I know, right?
Give me a second. There we go. Okay, yeah. So I tried looking up Anime Cowboy because I figured that was it, but nothing came up with it, and I was like, "What is going on here?" Anyway,
yeah,
but no, I'm glad we found it.
I've done that myself, and you have to go look for persons, and on the second one, I think.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, this is your YouTube channel. This is nice. So do you strictly? And as I see that these are a couple of anime shorts, obviously. What are these 3 right here?
So. I did an interview with a pretty big YouTuber. Like he has over 1 million subs. Goes by Sirmer.
Mm-hmm.
I just call him Seymour. But he does VR chat interviews.
Oh, okay.
And I did an interview with him, and literally we talked for 2 days. Each session was about 5 hours, so it was about 10 hours worth of me running my suck, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was pretty much about my combat, one of my combat engagements, pretty much. We're still good friends, too. We still, you know, chop it up and everything else. But, you know, talk to him off the record brought me the idea. I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to just create a channel right now and
right
get that free exposure for that channel itself.
Oh yeah, there you go. You know what I need to do actually? While now that you mention that, I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not, but at some point I need to if I can, I don't know if it's going to be allowed or not, but I want to see if I can possibly at some point maybe see about posting my broadcast episode on my channel, but I doubt that I'll be able to do that though. And truthfully, now that I think about it, I really don't want to do that because I don't want to take away from the broadcast. But I have thought about that as to whether or not I could possibly do that, but I didn't think that I could. But that was a while ago. To see about doing that, and I haven't asked, so I've just kind of left it alone. But no, that's really, really cool. That's really cool. Have you been working on anything else as of lately? Or just working on moving?
No. Moving for me is whatever fits in my car goes with me. Everything else is like, meh, whatever, I'll buy it new.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it just now it's just you, right? Don't have any...
Me and my dog? No, me and my dog, that's it.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Nope. I'm single, ladies.
I don't know how you are single. I really don't.
You know what? I know why.
Why do you think? I probably won't agree with you.
I just didn't want to be with anybody at the time.
Yeah, I hear you. I can only imagine, and I said this before on I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did a morning stream for Peepaw when he was on vacation, and a suggestion that was brought to me to watch was a Moist Critical video of a dude randomly messaging a woman on I can't remember the app, but just random. I think it was Facebook Messenger, I think, or on Facebook, randomly messaging this woman and talking up to her and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a stand-up dude. I'm this, I'm that." And all I kept thinking was, "Thank God I am not single anymore."
Well, it's funny because, like, all right, so I guess here's a good one. So when I got out of the Marine Corps, and literally when I got out of Iraq, I had probably about 2 months left in the Corps,
Mm-hmm.
and I get back to Texas, and I don't know what to do with my life because all I knew was, Marine Corps. I don't even know how to be a civilian. All I can assume is, well, I guess I should just become like that original Lifetime film, and get married and have kids and have a nice job, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just not one of the drama-filled Lifetime movies. More like a Christmas one.
Mm-hmm.
I know how those drama ones go.
Right.
Never
right.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up started dating this one girl, and hit it off, and we were together for a good 2 years, and I asked her to marry me. We were fiance and fiance,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
For a good little while,
Yeah.
and then she just like said, "Nah, I'm good." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Okay." I was like, "Okay, that's cool."
Oh, that's sad.
But I did find out why she left me. Craziest thing.
I'm
Turns out
listening.
she was actually what?
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm intrigued.
Oh, turns out she was actually gay.
Oh. Oh yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wow.
So the entire she was closeted the entire time. I was the fake fiance, just as an image to show the family that she's straight.
Did you have any idea?
No.
Oh, Murdock. Oh no.
I really can never tell. If they're cool, they're cool, and like with people in general,
Mm-hmm.
and I never just like think about it any other way.
Right. Right. Wow.
Yeah. It's because she was her family's very, very, very deep Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
and when she did finally come out, her entire family disowned her.
Oh, that's
Which
terrible.
I felt really bad. I mean, we didn't end in any bad terms at all.
Oh well, that's good at least.
Yeah. I just feel bad. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, I can understand where you're coming from with that because truthfully, I don't know what I would do in your position if anything like that ever if that ever happened to me. I truthfully wouldn't know what to do because it depends on the situation, because you hear of situations like that happen to both men and women who unfortunately are just too afraid to come out to their families and things like that because we live in 2023 and people still can't get the fucking hint to accept people as they are, and because it's stupid. And I can only begin. You know what? Good on you for not like holding a grudge or anything like that. I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you, but at the same time, you just never know when it comes to situations like that. You know what I mean? That
100%.
Yes, it is a sign of betrayal. Yes, and that is something that's not good to do. Of course, you want to try to be as honest as possible. But at the same time, you don't know what that person is going through and what they're thinking and feeling, and the anxiety that they must have to, hide such a close guarded secret. I can only begin to imagine, but that's good on you. Do you guys still talk or no?
Not anymore. I kind of I literally everyone that I used to know or kind of know, semi know here in Texas, I don't talk to them anymore because my memory is not as it was as it used to be.
Same.
That well, mine's due to me being blown up.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it.
It was bad when I did come back to Texas and I go to the bar and somebody that I went to high school with comes up like, hey, everyone called my nickname here was CA for California. Like, hey, CA, what's up, man? I'm looking at him like,
yes,
yo, hey. It's like, oh yeah, what's up? I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I graduated with this person, and mind you, graduating class of 20 people is a very, very, very small school.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
And I lost most of all my memory from high school and up to my little toddler times, pooping my PJs and stuff. And all I can remember from the past is trauma. Like, why couldn't you go away?
Right, exactly, yeah. No, I feel the same way. Well, obviously mine's a little bit different than what yours was, but no, I can only begin to imagine, you know what I mean? I think in some regard, that's why I give people that have served all the credit in the world, because I can only begin to imagine what that is like. For some people, and I think you and I have kind of talked about this before, it's been a minute, but you and I have talked about this before, that, when it comes to serving your country, like my father-in-law served, and he was in Vietnam, he was a river rat, and the experience that he had was completely different than what anybody else that we knew had, to a certain degree. Each experience is different, but he never really talked about it. He talked about it a little, but not a lot. And when you did bring it up with him, he gave you like kind of vague answers as to what his experience was like, to a certain degree, depending on if it was fun or not. But if it was super traumatic, he never talked about it really. And and I've known, most of my family has served too. I think I told you this. My dad served. My brother-in-laws have served. A bunch of other people that I know have served too, or, here and there. But each military experience, yes, I've seen people who have served like you, who are extremely proud to have served their country. And yet, you have others who just hated it, who just couldn't stand it. It's a weird mix. So how would you put your experience in as much in a brief description as you can? Or if you can't, that's fine. But how would you describe your experience?
It was a hoot.
See? That's what I mean.
To be 100% honest, obviously you're going to have your good and bads. Being in the military itself, you're going to work for great people and you're going to work for dickheads. It just depends on the unit or who gets promoted. And like, you could be best friends with this one guy who's a Lance Corporal with you. He's an E3. Like, hey man, we're doing all this cool stuff. We're brothers together. Then he gets promoted. It's like, Corporal, some shit. I'm like, fuck yourself.
Right.
I could. It's a give and take, like any job that you're in. You just can't fucking quit.
Yeah. I've heard that before too. Yeah.
And also you might get shot at, here and there. But I had a good time. I joined in 2004, and the reason why I joined was because my dad was prior Marine Corps. He was during Vietnam as well, and we'd always go to the mall and eat, the Chinese food, mall food, right next to the Sobreros, whatever.
Yeah,
Giant pizza and
Sabaros, yeah.
meatballs.
Sabaros,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And he would always be like, right there in front of the Marine Corps office, there's the Marine Corps. Do you pretty good, boss, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. No, I'm cool, man. And, my grades apparently sucked. Come to find out I was just a C student. Average is okay, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Some ladies love average. They say, cute. But
You're cute.
what?
You're cute. I like you. I've always liked you, though. You know that. So,
Yeah, I know.
I'm a little bit biased. We'll get to how you're cute in a minute, but continue. Go ahead.
Well, one day, my dad brought up the same thing. He's like, you know what? There's the Marine Corps right there. A little military service probably do pretty good. And I was like, you know what? No. I don't want to do that. It's like, then he dropped it on me. He's like, yeah, you're right. I bet you couldn't do it anyways. What'd you say to me, old man? Fucking watch me. And I walked right in there. It's like, sign me the fuck up. What you got? Now, let me preface this. When you get into boot camp, you start hearing everyone say, so why'd you join? 9/11, and my parents were in the military. My grandfather served in, Korean War and this and that, and I want to serve my country. And all I got is, my dad no balls to me. And I'm like, yeah, not the best reason to sign up, 4 years of your life. Especially signing up for infantry.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. 04, went in, went to, what was it? San Diego? MES?
Mm-hmm.
MSRD? Yeah. And
They have one of the biggest military bases in the country, don't they? Or at least a huge one, right? Don't they?
The Marine Corps itself only has 3 military bases in the entire world.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I thought they had more.
Nope. 29 Palms. Shit, why am I drawing a blank? Anyways, Quantico, 29 Palms, and fucking the other one, I forget. But either way, we only got 3 bases. We just jump on bases a lot and have units in bases. That's our main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, did the whole boot camp thing. Got yelled at a lot. Saw more penis than I ever thought I would at that time.
Well, yeah. I remember being in Girl Scouts and just seeing nothing but girl stuff for the longest time. But that was obviously before any of us had developed, to a certain degree. But yeah, I remember being, and again, that's nowhere near compared to that, but it kind of does to a certain degree, especially when you're a kid, because you don't.
Well, yeah.
Now I think that has changed. At least from what I remember, I think someone told me that it did. I don't know, but I just remember being in that girl's shower room and just seeing nothing but girl butts and all this other stuff, and it traumatized me as a kid. I was like, I don't want to come back here. The only time that you really got any privacy there was in the showers. Was that the same way with the military, or did it just depend?
Well, with boot camp, no, not one bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, there's not even doors on the toilet stalls.
No,
So
Now I will say that there was doors on the toilet stalls for us, but yeah. I will say that.
But the worst time I had in boot camp was we were doing range, our shooting range. We were doing rifle qualifications, and I think this was our last day of range, and we have I think there was only 3 of our drill instructors because one of them was on leave. So we had a kill hat, who is the drill instructor that fucks you up.
Mm-hmm.
We got the drill hat, is the one that pretty much marches you. Then we got our forgot that one too. Anyways, the senior drill instructor, pretty much top hat.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody on watch that morning decided not to give our senior drill instructor the greeting of the day, aka, "Good morning, sir. Private so-and-so reports that nothing is going on, blah, 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 blah."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give none of that shit. So lights go on. There's screaming. There's yelling. We're all up at attention in front of our racks, the whole, drop your cocks and grab your socks, guys. Get in formation. All that fun stuff. And we're standing there, and he's just screaming, and says, "Everybody, take off your fucking camis, everything, and throw it in the middle of the squad bay." And when he means everything, he means everything. So shirts, pants,
What?
socks, underwear, all in the middle of the squad bay. And this is an entire platoon. So I'm literally just standing there with, my hands to my side, straight as a rail stake, just stoic, but also stark ass naked. And so is everybody else.
Wow.
And it's a little bit off staring at another man right in the eyes as he's staring at you into your soul, and you're both butt ass naked.
I can't.
And you can't say anything.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
Anyways, the senior drill instructor says, "All right, everybody go grab a set of camis and get them on right the fuck now. Grab the camis. 38, 39, 39. He starts counting all the way down to 1. He's like, and 0. 3, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And we got camis on. I thankfully found a set that, mind you, at this time I had lost a good amount of weight just in boot camp within like the first month and 3 weeks-ish. So this set of camis actually kind of fit me. A little bit tight, a little bit around the, midsection a bit, but it's all right. And it was a full set. This one recruit, top, bottoms. I think I got his socks. I also got his underwear.
Wow.
How do I know? You want to know how I know?
Oh God, how?
Because they're very, very damp.
Oh, I remember you telling this story. Yes. Okay. I thought this story sounded familiar. Yes, I remember this. Okay, go ahead. Continue. Go ahead. I know this story.
This underwear is damp, and so these camis. It's almost like he spilt maybe like a soda or something on it. But there's this odd smell creeping up into my nostrils, just upwards, burning the hairs in my nose. What does that smell? It smells like, oh my God, it's piss.
Oh my God.
This son of a bitch is a pants wetter. And I have his pants and his underwear.
And you can't do anything. And you can't do nothing. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I have never been so fucking like that. You know how you said, like, if your significant other would have come out after years of like, hey, I'm gay. You didn't know what you would go through your mind, what you would do. This is me right here. I don't know what I'm going to do. Do I tell the drill instructor? Do I tell somebody?
Yeah.
Or just bide my time?
Yeah, that's what I would be thinking. God, I don't even want to know what I would be thinking, honestly. I don't think that I would be thinking clearly. Oh my God. Oh, that's so gross.
Oh, I had one thing in mind. But
beating the shit
my
out
thing
of
was, well, in a way. Well, my thing was, like, all right, just let's get through the fucking day and do rifle qual. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, what even made it worse for me was a lot of the shooting for that day was in the prone position. So I'm laying down on my stomach in pee-soaked fucking underoos of another man.
Oh my god.
And not gonna lie, the best day of shooting I had through the entire rifle qual. Because I was so focused and pissed that I wanted to kill somebody.
Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. And how long ago was this?
This would. What's.
I think
Holy
you told this story in the women recording of the military episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was 2004.
Okay.
Yesterday. Well, no, I joined yesterday, 2004.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're pretty much right on the money of when I joined.
So, are you still active, or have you?
No.
I didn't think that you were.
No.
I thought so. Okay,
No.
thank you. I didn't think that you were. I do remember that vaguely. I think you had said that you weren't active anymore. But I wasn't sure if you had thought about or if you had re-signed up since then, or if anything had changed. But
Oh no.
oh god, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Well, what happened that night was we gave him what's called a blanket party. Not just for my sake, but for the simple fact, like, yo,
I think I know
You're
what
like-
that is.
you're like 19. Why are you peeing your pants, dude? And what it is we got, 4 people to hold him down, and everybody else had a bar of soap and a tube sock,
Mm-hmm.
and we start hitting the shit out of them.
Damn. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, and I'm just thinking of this only because of, I don't know if this is a real thing or not. And I think that you and I think when we first talked, I think I brought this up with you too then. But just remind people, for those who may not know, when most people think of the military, if they don't really know, like, friends or family that are in the military and, can hear their experience, or if they're not in the military themselves, right? They don't really know, like, how the military operates and things of that nature, because they only go, or what they think they know, they see in movies, right? That just reminded me of, you've seen, obviously, the classic 90s movie, A Few Good Men.
Oh yeah.
And with the Code Red stuff, or like the Code Red and that whole thing. Is Code Red real? Is that a real thing?
Remind me on what it was in the movie.
So essentially what they did was the guy that got killed was accused of, or I'm sorry, 2 military officers were accused of performing an illegal Code Red on another officer. The other officer disobeyed orders for something, and they were instructed to do a Code Red on the officer who disobeyed orders, and it ended up killing him. So I think what they described it as was like pure torture or a beating of some sort.
Oh, hazing.
Yeah, but they took it to the nth degree.
Well,
In the movie
yeah.
they did, but not, but they referred to it as a Code Red, because that's just, I guess, I don't know if they just did that for theatrics or if that's an actual military term or not, but that was, yeah.
I never heard that term.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, hazing is illegal through the United States judicial system.
Right.
Military justice stuff. Because it's not good, but it's hazing. It's the same thing like college frat kids would probably do to somebody, for a ha ha ha. Mind you, we didn't do that shit for ha 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 ha's.
Right.
You call it extended training or something stupid.
Yeah.
We actually had a situation in Iraq, to be honest. 2 Marines one of them got a bottle of Jaeger in the mail, and the two Marines drank the whole bottle.
Oh.
Throwing up everything that night, and it was us, the NCOs, E4 and E5, a few, like 2 E5s, the rest of us E4s and all the lower ranks, and these are 2 Lance Corporals. And there was also our Master Gunnery Sergeant, which is a very, 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 very high up there enlisted side, but not paperwork enlisted side, more of the let's go get shot side of and he gave the 2 guys a choice, like, well, here's the thing. One, you're drinking in a combat zone. You're going to get NJP'd for that. And a whole bunch of other things. It was a list. So they would have lost rank, lost money, just a lot of stuff would have happened to them, and they're over here in Iraq while their, wife and kids and, are back in the States. It's like, we can either go that route, or we're going to do some extended training for the day, just the 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
They took the extended training, which meant they were cleaning that entire squad bay that we had, basically a big old tent hooch, all day in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
They had the alcohol ran out of them pretty much.
Wow.
Now, that itself is hazing. Mind you, it's still punishment.
Yeah.
But it's either take this 1 day of punishment or fuck your entire career.
Yeah. Because I would think that, and of course most people would probably have figured out, and this is just a given, but the military don't fuck around, especially when it comes to shit like that. Now, I would imagine that they hold you to a very high standard. Obviously, depending, it doesn't matter what branch you serve, actually. It's all branches treated very, very seriously, I bet, yeah. Especially with all of the... And I know that they probably know that some bullying or some, beat 'em up stuff happens. That's a rough housing, whatever you want to call it. That stuff happens, right? Especially when you have... when you're in close quarters with a bunch of men, or women. Women probably do this too. That you are around for however long, tensions rise and shit happens. But depending on, I guess it would depend, the severity of it would be, again, depending on the severity of how the hazing goes, I guess is how they punish you, I would imagine. But yeah, no, the military don't fuck around, dude. Yeah, I bet not. So,
And like, we in our unit I was for Iraq, my when I was serving my time for the fleet, I was in 3rd LAR, light armored reconnaissance unit.
mm-hmm.
And one thing I've always, throughout the entire time in the Marine Corps, I can't say about other branches, but we are in ourselves really tight knit anyways, because it is a smaller branch, and it's one of those things where we find out, like, somebody in our unit is doing shit sus.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take it in our own hands, and to us, like, one thing is for sure, it doesn't matter, what religion you are, what sexual orientation you are, or nationality or color. Every one of us is fucking green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's how we keep it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Mind you, if you're in, I'm just saying for the Marine Corps itself, when you're in, you will hear, at least we're infantry, so you're going to hear even worse in infantry than anywhere else in the Marine Corps.
Right.
Like, you think the kids on, right now on the internet and shit is edgy? No. We were Marines back in the Xbox, chat time.
Oh god.
We were those edgy guys. Like, you would hear the stuff we say, and you would look at some of the people like, "Oh my god, that's 100% racist." Like, and we look at them like, "No, it's not. He says it's just as bad as me." But we did find out one dude was no shit, falling down that whole red pill, white supremacy type of area. And when we found that one out, we tried our best to beat the living racism out of them.
Wow.
Like, it's like, no, like, we say some terrible stuff to each other, but we're fucking brothers. He'll die for me. I'll take a bullet for him.
Into that, yeah.
It's like, you, sir, you said that word with fucking conviction, and I'm gonna fucking knee rake you.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, because I would totally 100% believe, not just because you saying it, obviously I believe anyway, but I can totally see that too, to a certain degree. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. I think I saw a question in here a minute ago that I wanted to get to real quick. Hold on. Give me a second here. Someone sent me a question. I think it was Spectre. Oh, here we go. Yes. I did have a question from Spectre.
Okay.
He said, "What is your favorite anime and why?"
Ooh. Damn it, Spectre. All right.
We'll get to that. We'll get to my anime. I don't know what you know about anime with me, but I'll get to that in a minute. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I really do love Berserk. Evangelical, Full Metal Alchemist. But if I had to, let's just say series. If I had to say a series itself, is the one I actually grew up with was the original anime for the Guyver.
Oh, really? There's an anime MacGyver?
No, not MacGyver. Take out the Mick. It's just Guyver.
Oh! Is it different than what I'm thinking then, I guess? I've never heard this one before, but okay. Yeah. Okay. So, what... I do have a question leading into that I will ask you in just a minute, but if you do not mind, I actually have to go find my dog and make sure that he's not getting into any trouble. I am here by myself at the moment. Mr. Khuck went to take baby Khuck to ninja class. Yes, I said ninja class. She's learning to be a ninja. But we'll get to that in a second. But let me see something here really quick. He said something too. What did he say? He's in the chat. He's Hucklebuck, if you don't already know, and he said, "Murdock, thank you for your service."
Oh, appreciate it. I love the shit out of it. It was a fun job.
You seem like you really did enjoy it, and I think that's, again, like I said earlier, that's one of the reasons why I really want to talk to you, and I've been wanting to, ever since when I first talked to you the first time, I think was on that Twitter space with Aussie, which we'll get to in a second too. We'll get there. I promise we'll get there. But your stories are just so interesting, and you're just an interesting person in general, but you're so quiet. You know what I mean? You're so quiet sometimes. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But to me, you kind of hide and you don't really make yourself known. But again, that's probably just me. I think you should be more out there. That's what I think.
Well, I am. The thing is, like, when I'm in these chats and a lot of this stuff, is the reason why I'm quiet is that's just the respectfulness in me. I really hate, I try to find spaces in between, like, sentences.
Yeah.
But when there's a lot of people, I'm like, it's like, can y'all be quiet? I
Yeah.
want to jump in too.
Yeah, I hear
And,
you.
like,
I hear you.
It's just like, for me, it's always been a respect thing. Even though I can't see these people, I don't know these people, but it's still just like, I'm not a fan of somebody like, trying to, like, Jimmy and his way. It's like, no, listen to my story. Listen to my story. It's like, I'll try to wait.
Right. You're more reclused, I guess is the best way to put it. Would you agree with that?
Oh, hell no.
Really?
No, I am the most out there type of person that, like, man, like.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, you're right. But but yes, let me run upstairs just to make sure that he's not getting into any trouble. Hi, Miss Empress. Hello, everybody else in chat. I apologize. I'm trying to listen to Murdock and looking at chat here and there, and I'm sorry that I haven't acknowledged anybody. If I already acknowledged you, or if I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm listening to Murdock kind of, just listening to Murdock talk about stuff. But while I do that, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Would you mind handling chat for just a minute while I run upstairs? Don't get me banned.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
yeah, no problem.
I always have to put that disclaimer in there just because I think it's funny. Not that anybody would, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, I know my chat and everybody else's chat is awesome, but give me just like 30-40 seconds. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll keep the chat entertained. So, guys, give me 1 second. Let me turn this off. So, to let y'all know, I actually got all dressed up in the full cowboy getup because I was going to play as Murdock, the cowboy character, but we don't have the cam on, and now I'm sweating balls right now. So, the hat's coming off, the fucking suspenders are coming off because, I hate to tell you, I didn't even know this. Suspenders makes your pants kind of ride up the crack. Sucks. It's like wearing a thong outside of the beach. Terrible. I don't like it. All right. So, is there a quick question that somebody would like to ask right now? I'm an open book. Shoot. Winter, I know you want something to say. I know it. Do I have the chaps too? Of course I do. You should see me in LA going by the bathhouse with them things on. Gotta wear them assless chaps. I do it for the fellas.
You do what for the fellas? That's all I caught. What did you do?
Oh, don't worry. That's between me and Empress, okay?
Okay. Ah, you're too funny. You know what? Actually, I did just happen to see that you were on camera. You're not anymore. I can bring you on. I just don't know.
Nah, it's fine. I took off the hat, took off the suspenders, took off that shirt.
Okay.
Let me check see actually how hot it is in here real fast.
If it's too hot for you to put it back on, then don't worry about it. I'm not going to do that to you.
It is 94 degrees in my room.
Yeah, okay, no. I'm not going to do that to you, dude. Hello, Rennie and Nintendo Mail. Welcome. Miss Empress, I'm going to fix that right now. Give me a second. There we go.
Oh, man. Feels much better. Woo!
Oh, okay, so you did get a couple of questions. I don't know if you saw this or not. What is, let's see here. Hold on. You got chaps, too. What? Oh, she was asking you about cowboy chaps. Oh, that's funny.
That was a good one.
Nuclear Winter asked, what's your favorite meal?
All right. It's my favorite meal because I have yet to find it again. It's lobster bisque.
Ooh, that's a good
and
one.
I'm not saying I can't find it because I can.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I see lobster bisque, I buy it and I bite into it. I'm like, it's not the same because when I had it, when we got back from Iraq, the Marine Corps ball was coming up, and we all had it set up that we were going to hold the Marine Corps ball at the Playboy Mansion this year. Like, holy shit, this is going to be fucking awesome. We had everything set up. But a few colonels and lieutenant colonels, well, their wives found out. And turns out the Marine Corps ball is going to be held at the Morongo Casino. Fuck that, man. So 5 of us, we took our dress blues and we went straight to Vegas that night.
Wow.
And, oh man. Like, years and years of, like, just in conversation saying I was military, this and that. And getting, I appreciate your service. Thank you for your service. Handshake here, this and that, if you were to combine all that for years and years and put it into one ball, it still would not even be a fraction to what I felt in Vegas with a fuck ton of super fucking rich white people who never touched the military because they're too fucking pussy and decided to become a business. And they don't come up and say, well, thank you for your service, shake hand. They just buy everything for you because we're in dress blues.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And we went to a 5-star restaurant. I don't know why we did that because I only had probably maybe $50 to my name, and an entree would have cost that. But yeah, I had lobster bisque. One guy had soft shell crab. We all had drinks. We had a bottle of wine at the same time, and the waitress came up and was like, "Hey, everything on the table right now is already paid for by one of the gentlemen back there. He doesn't want y'all to acknowledge him. He just want to say thank you." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Right.
And I start, but man, that lobster bisque, oh my God, it was 5-star restaurant lobster bisque.
Oh,
I never had lobster bisque before. So I was like, oh, this is life-changing. I want to be rich. But, oh man, that night, crazy.
So
we went to the club.
So you kind of, I'm sorry. So did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
In passing.
Okay. I haven't seen the full episode of this, but you just reminded me of it. So so there's an episode that they did, where Marshall, what's his real name, the actor's name? I can't think of it right now, but the character's name is Marshall, right? You probably know who I'm talking about, but he is on a mission to try to find a burger that he had, and he will not stop until he has that exact same burger from what he had before, because it was just the best burger in the entire world. So he drags all Barney and everybody else to these different burger places around New York until they find it, and they never do. That just reminded me of it. But so you haven't been able to find anything like that. But thank you, Jason Segel. Thank you. But yeah, so it's impossible to find, I know that me and Mr. Huck have been to several different places. We went to, a couple weeks ago, we went to Colorado for the first time. And, we went on as a family vacation. It was our first time ever going. And it also happened to be, while we were there, it also happened to be our anniversary. And
nice.
So the day before we left was our anniversary, so we went out to dinner. We went to this it wasn't necessarily a barbecue place, but it kind of was. It's more like a hole in the wall kind of. But we had heard such good things about it from other people that had been there before, so we decided to try it out. Dude, when I tell you their pulled pork, I will never be able to find that again. I will never be able to find that anywhere else. It was so good. So good.
Crazy. It's crazy how it could be the most basic meal or an extravagant, just one piece of that meal.
100%, yeah.
It's like, how did you make this.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Well,
Like,
it was
what-
it was funny too because they prided themselves on St. Louis style ribs, and me and Mr.
Okay.
Huck, Mr. Huck were both like, "Mm-hmm, we'll be the judge of that," because we're from St. Louis. So we'll be the judge of that. We'll see if this is legit, and it sure was. It was. They actually did have St. Louis style ribs. It was actually really cool. So I'm sorry. Continue with what you were saying, and then I do have two other questions for you.
Well, I mean, since I already put myself in Vegas, that's a perfect time to tell all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's also just a knockout, drag out, fun story. Because apparently, wearing your dress blues, fuck, it gives you everything. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I've never been like handed everything to me for free. And especially that amount, because like we went to eat, everything was free. We went to the club. We're at the back of the line. I can't remember the club name, but it was at the there's a club inside the casino that's a castle. Like I can't remember. It's the Castle Casino.
Mm-hmm.
And we're in the very back of the line, and the owner comes out and says, "How many of your party? 5 of us. All right, come with me." Walks us all the way to the front. Walks us inside, right to the bar, buys us all Jaeger bombs. Like, all right, first one's on the house, the rest is on y'all. Have fun. All right, cool, man. I'm walking through the club. People are buying me drinks, handing me beers. You know, I probably should not have been drinking just a random drink from a random guy who handed it to me.
Oh no.
But I did that a lot that night.
Mm-hmm. I did that when I was younger, but continue. Go ahead. I have stories about that too. Go ahead.
So, mind you, I was feeling pretty good, and so while I'm there, I get called up by some random dudes. Hey, yo, come to the top stage and come take a picture with blah blah. I didn't know who it was. I go up there, I take a picture of this girl. Come to find out, it's one of the Kardashians. It's not Kim, but it's one of the Kardashians. And I really want to get that picture because I think I look really cool in that picture. But and my computer. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my computer's kind of acting finicky, but if it's good, it's good. Anyways, so apparently I took a picture with one of the Kardashians, of which I never got. And I'm going up one of these stairs, and this couple comes down. Hey, do you want to take our VIP? We bought it, but we're hitting on back. We just can't make it, I'm like, yeah, sure. So they take me up there to the bouncer. Like, hey, he's taking it over for us. Everything's already paid for. Like, oh, cool. Let's check it out. I sit there, and there's a bottle and 3/4 of Grey Goose sitting there, and 2 buckets of Red Bulls. I'm like, cool.
No.
Like straight up sitting there, full on VIP. And I'm just like, and I'm by myself, and I'm trying to hit up the boys. I'm like, guys, fucking get up here. And I'm like, no one's answering me.
Yeah,
So I started. I pulled random ass people like you. I don't even fucking know you, but get over here and come drink with me.
Oh my God.
And we finished that 3/4 bottle, and the lights come on because the sun's already fucking up. And I literally take that full bottle and I walk right out of the club, and no one stopped me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a big no-no, but I think it's like, oh,
well, you were in your blues, that's why.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a Marine. Like, all right, yeah, thanks, dude. Anyway, so I'm walking down the Vegas Strip to my hotel, which was at the Venetian, which, fuck, I love those rooms, man. But anyways, there on the street, I'm walking up, and this very lovely and attractive lady comes up and says, hey, how are you doing? I'm saying, I'm good. And she says, are you doing anything? It's like, yeah, I'm going to my room. What's up? It's like, would you like some company? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And she's like, all right, well, it's $100 for me to get past the door. I'm like, oh way, you're a prostitute? She's like, yeah. I was like, so am I. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I work that side right there. You just turn to the left. I'm right there. She's like, are you shitting me? It's like, of course I am. And I walked right into the hotel, into the casino.
You are too funny. Oh, that's great.
Oh man. Oh, it gets better too. Because I found the blackjack table and I sit there and I take out my fucking $50, put it right there, get the chips, and I think it was like probably like 3 goes, and I lost all that money, and some dude passes me $200 in chips. Like, here you go, devil dog, keep playing. I'm like, cool. Lost all that too.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm like, thanks, man. And I left.
Well, hey, you know what? At least
I
you had fun.
I still woke up in the morning and somebody had put like $200 in my coat pocket.
Oh my god! See, and I hope that is still like being carried on, because I think that our military people get so much shit for absolutely no reason. I hope that still happens. I really do. Shit like that puts faith in humanity for me. You know what I mean? To me personally, and again, I've said this before, because I have family that have served, and because I know friends who have served too and all that, the military, I highly respect all military people, unless you're a douchebag. Then if you're a douchebag and in the military, then I'm conflicted. But thankfully, most of the people that I've gotten to know over the years that were in the military, and like I said, my father-in-law was in the military, and so was my dad. My dad was in the Navy. And Mr. Huckleback, remind me, was your dad in the Navy too? I keep forgetting. I want to say that he was in the Navy too. But he's in chat, so he'll remind me. But yeah, I don't believe, I think, who served in the Corps? In military corps? I don't think I know, besides you, I don't think I know anyone personally that served in the military corps off the top of my head. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But, as of late, I don't think that he, I don't know anybody personally that I can think of off the top of my head that's actually served in the Corps, or in the Marines. Excuse me, in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, that's why I highly respect and always have military personnel and all of them too. Yes, and we greatly appreciate you and what you've done and all that. And your stories are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Like, they're legit. But Ragvarak, who's also in the chat, he had a couple of questions for you.
Mm-hmm. Shoot.
Hold on, let me pull them up here. Give me a second.
It gives you everything. Like, had to do some adjusting. My main monitor just died.
Uh-oh.
It's cool. I got other monitors.
I just have the one. For now anyway. I hope I get to have another one here soon. Hold on, give me a second. Why doesn't that let me scroll up? Thank you. It wasn't letting me scroll up there for a second. Let me find his questions here. Oh, Ragnarok wants to know about your dog. That one I know for sure. He wants to know about your dog.
Wants to know about my dog. That's another story, and it's not one of those. Well, we went and picked him out and took him home. Nope. It's ends on a good note, but it's not a heartwarming-ish story. So, yeah, there's a whole history to my, I think he's about a year. Yeah, about my year-old Lobo. Anyways, so what was it? Yeah, it was about this time around last year. For the first time, and this house has been here we built this house here in Texas, out in the country. We're about 50 miles outside of the city. We're in the cuts, and a good like 20ish years out here, we started getting wild dogs, which was never a problem. But what I think happened was there were actually, I know what happened. There were puppy mills out here. I know for a fact there were puppy mills out here because, you know, COVID happened, and I know for these people just couldn't afford dog food, so they just turned all their dogs loose in the country and just dropped them off. And you know, I hate it because I live right next to a park, and I have called the sheriff's department on people that, you know, think, you know, their pets, cats, dogs, you know, whatnots are an accessory and not, you know, should be treated with respect and, you know, be part of the family like they should be. This one gets me a little aggravated because, I mean, this is just not what you should do to animals. Right. Anyways, we start getting wild dogs, and I know they're wild because we started finding deer carcasses, and I know we haven't had any problems with cougars, and we don't have any coyotes in this area. So I know it's these two dogs that have found themselves roaming on our property in the park. And it's it's bad to say because, I mean, one, it's not these dogs' fault.
No, of
at
course
all.
not. No, not at all. No.
But it gets worse because of COVID, they canceled the animal control out here, and so no one could come and capture the dogs. I cannot, you know, catch them and release them because permits, so that's illegal. You know, we're having all this problem stuff, and I called the sheriff's department, and what it's coming down to is if people are in the park and these dogs come off of our property and bite somebody out there, yeah, we're not responsible because it's not our dogs. But it's up to a judge to see how far it is our responsibility. So we're trying to find people that come get these dogs. Anyways, the male dog stopped showing up, I think, because he went onto the wrong property. But the female, she wound up getting hit by a car in front of our property. Now, the crazy thing is, we start hearing a lot of yelps and, you know, crying outside. So that was a mama dog that had just given birth to 12 puppies under our storage unit.
Oh, dang.
Now we have 12, like, probably 2-day-old puppies and no mama, no breast milk. So we literally grab all the puppies, bring them inside. We set up we had a makeshift, like, one of those, like, really long, like, really big, long coolers. So we could keep them in there, you know. And we hand fed all 12 puppies all day, because those motherfuckers eat like crazy, every day, for a good while, until their eyes were open. Then we found a place out here called Paws or some shit. And at first, my brother, he took them to, you know, another shelter. And the lady pretty much was like, no, if you're from out of the city limits, we can't take any of your animals. She was kind of a bitch.
What?
Yeah, kind of a bitch. But apparently, what my brother said is the
This is the way you said
the-
bitch was funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, she was just kind of a bitch. But the manager of Paws was there too, and she looked at all the pups. She said, "Oh my God, no, we're taking them." I'm like, oh, here you go. Anyways, the two
Wow.
males, we kept the two males. My nephew, who's I think he's five or six, named him Echo, and mine is called Lobo. So that's the long give and take of my dog, of which who lives with me in my room personally,
Gotcha.
and will soon to be my service dog. So I wanted to really keep that connection between me and him.
Wow.
Like, hey,
Oh, that's so sweet. So he's
you're like it.
so he's a
Yeah.
little over a year. You said.
I do believe so. I have to look at the dates.
So did you? What happened to the puppies? Did you just give them to the animal shelter?
No, the Paws place, which is a rescue.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the manager took all let's see. Yeah, 10. No, nine. One of the puppies sadly passed away. I think it just
Oh.
it slept wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sad fact with litters is there's you might lose one.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah.
It's even worse if that mom dog's having post
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna get into that one. If you know what
Yeah, I
happens.
do.
It's
I do.
terrible.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Well, my
So, yeah.
my sister was she was a vet tech for a very, very long time, and here locally, and she, oh God, the stuff that she saw for dogs, cats, goats, sheep, pigs, horses, you name it, she's seen it. But
yeah.
but mostly she worked with dogs and cats, like your domestic pets. On occasion, she would get the occasional domestic pig, which I found that was really, really funny. I want a pig. I really do. I think that they would be a lot of fun. But we do not have the room for that, or we would probably get in big time trouble. So that probably would not work out too well. But oh, he sent me a picture. Okay, that's what Ragfrack wanted me to ask you too. What breed of dog is Lobo? And if we can see a picture, which he just sent me a picture of, and I'll show in a minute. He also wanted me to ask you if you play Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, a two-parter. All right. Well, first part, Lobo his breed is awesome. No, actually, I have no clue.
Oh, he's a mix of Oh my God, my coworker has a dog like this. That almost looks exactly like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Is he? Her dog is a she. Sorry. Is he? Oh my God, what are they called? The Queen's dogs. What are they called?
Yorkshire?
No. Corgi. Thank you. Is he part Corgi?
I don't think so.
Really? Because my coworker has a dog. It's a girl. Looks just like this. Yeah, like legit. Let me see if I can
Well,
send this picture. Hold on.
oh wait, hold on, stop. Sorry. No. Oh, shit.
What happened? You okay?
Scorpion. It's gotta die though.
Oh, you gotta.
That's not-
Okay, go ahead. Go take care of that. Oh God, I can't even imagine. Oh God.
Oh yeah, this is my life. Thankfully, I'm leaving. No, okay, you know what? If I see you again, you're dead. So stay out of my vision, little bastard.
Wow.
God. Oh no, that's true. We have scorpions, and man, like I'll be laying in bed watching TV, and
Aw.
I know this, like the feeling of like, hey, that's like a moth or a fly. I know the exact size and weight and feeling of a scorpion when it crawls over my fucking hand.
Oh God, I can't even imagine. Oh Jesus Christ.
I have been stung so many times. Oh, but Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
I don't play. I've always wanted to.
Mhm.
But I have always been fascinated with, the monsters and everything else. I actually have, it's not first edition or like the first print, but I do have the first edition up to the latest version of Dungeons and Dragons monster manuals. I have all of them going from first all the way up.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm in it, but I just never played it.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. You will love it. I've played off and on now for oh gosh. Oh, I've been playing for a while. But I up until just recently, I haven't played for quite a while, but we started one campaign. Yes, I got the babies on the screen. Look at him. He's so sweet. Look at him. He's got the corgi ears. That's why I asked, because I'm like, he looks like he's got some corgi in him, possibly.
Oh yeah, that was right after I gave him a bath too.
Look at
So
the bubbles.
he cleaned at that time.
Maybe look at the babies. Yes. Very, very sweet. Hold on, give me 1 second. So, but anyway, so we started playing one campaign. If I can play, you can play. It is very, very fun. I lucked out with mine. I started off initially after not playing for a while, and my first campaign, I started off as like a sorcerer or a sorceress of sorts, but eventually that character died out because I didn't want to play it anymore. It was actually getting kind of boring, and I told the DM that I'm like, I want to do something else. So now I get to be a barbarian.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You're gonna barb it up.
Yes, and it is so much fun. And actually, that is my name, Barb the Barbarian. That is my name.
Nice.
So I love it. It is so much fun. We're currently, so I got to, in the
There
first,
it is. Hold on. Ah.
You dealing with another
damn.
scorpion?
No, same one. He decided to get in my my area of sight.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Oh,
I can't even
it's-
imagine. Ugh.
Don't worry. It is dead.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. But anyway, but yeah, if I can play, you can play. It is really fun.
I just never had a chance to.
Oh, you would love it. I think that you could, in one edition, and again, I could be wrong. Rag, you might know this. Could he be a cowboy ranger? Hi, Kangaloo, by the way. Could he? I think you can. But again, I don't know that for sure. I guess I would think that it would depend on like what edition you would play, but or if what your DM decides, or you could even be a DM for, if you really wanted to be, but yeah, it's really fun.
I think starting out, I just want to like play with the whole crew and go on fun adventures. And, I'd be the dumb guy. Well, no, I'd be the dumb guy.
Oh no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And Mr. Khuck, he was in his first in the first campaign that we played, he was a rogue. And then now he's I want to say now he's a ranger. So yeah, but again, he just developed this character. He's still working it all out. He's still working out the kinks. I know my barb like the back of my hand, so I lucked out. I was able to when we started up this new campaign, our new DM, our old DM left, and he moved. So, but I lucked out. We know this DM, our new DM. We've known him for quite a while, and I asked him if I could keep my character, and he said yes. So I lucked out with that big time. So, but he could have simply just told me, no, you have to start a new character, but thankfully he didn't, and I was able to keep my old one. So there you go. But
I don't
yeah,
see why you wouldn't be able to. I mean, you're
well,
just on a new adventure.
I think it just depends on like, so each DM is different from what I've experienced. I've dealt or have had 3 different DMs in the time frame that I've played D&D. And but again, I've played off and on for quite a while now, right? But the last DM that we had, he was super knowledgeable, super helpful. He did great. You know, he played it the way that he played it. I've never had though a DM tell us that we can't try something. You know what I mean? That you know they've told us, they've advised us as to what could possibly happen, but if we want to take that risk, we can do it. You know what I mean? Because the odds could turn out to be great, or the odds could turn out to be horrific. You just never know. But I've never. But this new DM that we have, he's actually really cool. They were both super nice, and they were both super cool, and they were really good friends of ours. But I've never had a Oh, Rag. What did he say? I was able. Hold on. Oh yes, you can be a cowboy ranger. Yes, I was right. Yes.
Well, you see, really all I want to do is just sit down with the silver dragon and just shoot the shit. That's all.
What would that
Yes, a silver dragon, a metallic dragon, not a chromatic. I'm a little smarter than that. Come on, guys. Nah.
He said I was able to get into it and not own any of the source books. You could do it. Yep. See. Yeah. He could be a fighter with a homebrew subclass called Gunslinger. Oh, yes. Yes, that would be awesome. Next chill stream, I will geek about Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, believe me. You know what I'm thinking? I might have a couple things up my sleeve about that one, Rag. Don't you worry. Anyway, so there was a couple other things that I wanted to bring up with you, and I wanted to ask you about because I find them really, really funny. Your Rizoff episode. Oh my god. That was probably one of the funniest, cutest episodes I think that I have ever seen. And
I actually lost that one.
Did you lose? I thought you won. Who won?
I think Sludge won.
Did Slug win?
No, not Slug. Sludge.
Oh, okay. Who? I was gonna say...
homie with the guitar.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up now because I'm interested.
Mind you, I think I've been on every Rizoff except for one, and I lost every single one of them except for the one that I was not on camera, which kind of hit me differently.
Yeah, you were on Leia something's one too, weren't you?
Yeah. And there was one where I was emo.
Yes. I think that was a Leia something one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that because it was. But in the one with Flatley with Bunny, which again, one of the best episodes that I think I've ever seen. You were
River.
Yeah, River. You and River.
People.
Oh my god, that was great. That was amazing.
He showed me up with the wig and the nose. I'm like, son of a bee. I gotta put my nose on now.
Come on now, you know better than that.
Man.
It's Peepaw. You know better than that. He gave me what for? Oh, I love him to death. He gave me so much shit the other day. Oh, I love that man.
You're right. You're right, winner. I did win the Riz War.
You did, yes. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had something come up. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
No, you're 100% fine. Fine.
Oh,
Man.
Rag had to go, but he wanted me to tell you to make sure that you pet the puppy.
Oh.
He tells me that all the time. So
You know what? Just for him, Lobo's going to get an extra few seconds of hugs.
oh, that's sweet. That's very, very sweet. Yeah, I have as I have mentioned before, we also have a dog. His name is Pluto. He's actually right behind me. We got him about 5 years ago now. In a really bad snowstorm, we actually rescued him.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me this story. Yeah.
We found my boss's friend found him, or boss's friend's son, excuse me, found him at an abandoned construction site, kind of about an hour or so away from where we're at, and brought him and his sister back to their house, and they were, I think at the time that they were like maybe 11 weeks, but we didn't know that obviously, but they were fairly young, and yeah, and we rescued him, and he's been with us ever since. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, we picked him up in the middle of a snowstorm, a really bad snowstorm that we were having here. I remember that because we left work early when we were still working in our office at the time. And yeah, we picked him up. I think it was January of that year was when we picked him up. Lazy puppy, come here, come here, baby, come here. You want to say hi? You say hi. You say hi to everybody. Come here. You say hi. Hello. Say hi, everybody. Say hi.
Believe me, like when I get here on Discord and everything else, right now actually I got Lobo out in the living room set up, just so I could, do the interview in, privacy, because he gets to the point where it's like, hey, he's like, what's his name? Roman Reigns, like, acknowledge me. And just starts barking. And I yell at him every time. I'm like, dude, if you want to be part of the Discord and talk with everybody, you got to learn English, man. They can't understand wolf, bark.
Right, yes, exactly. No, but Pluto behaves himself. So where I usually stream and where I work, too, is it's technically our laundry room, but it's also in the basement. So whenever he is usually, he's a mama's boy through and through. He loves daddy, don't get me wrong, and he loves baby Khuck too, don't get me wrong, but he is for sure a mama's boy to the nth degree. But he will usually stay in the room with me while I'm working, depending on, if he's in the mood for it, or he'll be upstairs in one of our rooms. Again, it just depends on, what he's in the mood for. But he's usually pretty good about not barking too much. Now, if he's upstairs and he has free reign to just look out the window and bark at anybody walking across the street, then yeah, he'll go nuts.
Yeah.
But he's a black lab, so that's so of course it's in his nature to just protect, of course. Let's see here. I was gonna pull up something. Give me just a second. Let's see what else I can find here. Hold on. Let's go pull up something that we can maybe watch. Oh yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about anime real quick too, while I was thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I had, as I'm sure that you probably know, I had the illustrious D-Max, one of your competitors on said Rezoff. I had him on the.
I love D-Max. 100%.
Who doesn't? that was so much fun. He was incredible, and it was really fun. But he got asked what his favorite anime was too. And one of the things that he said, and this is kind of known between him and, do you know Maggot Edits? You know Maggot Edits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of known between him and Maggot Edits that they kind of have a love for anime, obviously. But two of his favorites that I know of off the top of my head are Naruto and One Piece. What do you think about those two? Have you seen any one of those?
All right, so I never really touched Naruto, and when my first experience with One Piece was the Four Kids dub of One Piece, where they had, you know, in the very intro it's the pirate rap and all this other stuff, and I was like, man, this is trash. Um, but I'm up to episode 986 in the dub right now. So yeah.
Nice. What do you? Well, I don't know. You can answer me this. I was going to ask Emax this, but I didn't get a chance to. Do you consider Dragon Ball Z to be an anime?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's vanilla. It's people put it like, oh, it's, you know, the vanilla, or let's say that's your marijuana of anime. That's
Right.
Your,
Yes.
that's your
Yes.
gateway anime.
Yes. Yes. That's such a good way to put it. Yes.
You know, Dragon Ball Z is like your marijuana. You know, One Piece is like your heroin. Berserk is like pure meth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's what you were
but no,
saying. Yeah.
I obviously didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with, you know, the blockbuster rental movies of the animes, you know, like Ninja Scroll,
Mm-hmm.
Dark City, you know, a lot of movies I should not have been watching as a kid, but I certainly
Same.
did.
Same.
And then, you know, I kind of got out of it, and I've gotten back into it now because really I wanted to watch anime and get more into the newer animes here and there. You know, what's all the hubbub on this other stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually why I created that character, the anime Cowboy, where, you know, I want to watch these and I want to do a review on it, but there's so many anime reviewers out there. So many.
Yeah. Yeah. But.
They're all the same.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was, I'm not sure if you know who he is, but I think there was an anime reviewer that got into some hot water a couple months ago. I think what was his name?
Oh yeah, he was part of the power leveling community, and
Yeah, yeah, that guy, the guy that ended up on Keemstar. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
I think his name was Seth or something, I want to say.
You know what? His name's as forgettable as himself for being such a douchebag.
Amen to that. Yeah.
But
So, when it comes to like anime reviewers and stuff like that, right? I think, you know, I personally, and I've said this before, I've just gotten into anime to a certain degree just fairly recently. I never grew up with it, right? Like it never came into. I did watch maybe when I was younger, maybe a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, but I never really understood it or really watched it on a consistent basis. I didn't really get introduced to anime until I was a little bit older. The first, and I said this to D-Max the other night, my first introduction into anime, if you will, to a certain degree and to a more extensive degree, was Cowboy Bebop.
that's actually a very good one.
Yeah,
To
because my best friend is an anime freak, and he as well, and he would not let me watch anything else but that for the longest time. So that's my first introduction into the anime universe, if you will, was Cowboy Bebop. Now he showed me other stuff in between. The one that I was talking to Spectre about was like Chromata High School, I think what it's called. Spectre would know. Spectre, what was the name of that anime that I told you about that we were talking about that the dude ate nothing but pencils?
pencils?
I think it was called like Chromata High School or something like that. There's that. Dr. Stone is another one that I've watched briefly. Silent Voice I've seen. That made me bawl my eyes out. That one made
Dang.
me cry. Did you ever see A Silent Voice?
No, but you're tripping me out here because I'm the anime reviewer here, and you're more knowledgeable than I am.
Chromate High School. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that he introduced me to. Oh my god.
Chromate.
Yeah, it's that one. Don't watch. Oh, if you watch that one, make sure that you either have alcohol on hand or something because that one is a doozy.
Really?
Oh,
All right.
it is something else.
You know what? I will check that one out. How many episodes is that? You know, off the top of your head?
What? Chromata High School?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I want to say that it's on. I want to say we found it on Crunchyroll, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's roughly, if I were to take a guess, I'd say it's maybe 2 or 3 seasons, but I truthfully don't know.
Okay.
We only watched that one episode, and I was like, okay, I can't do this.
Okay. 2003, one season. Oh, that shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
And it's pretty good, right?
Well.
Oh, porque.
If you like crazy stuff like that, it's you. I can't describe it. You have to watch it. I can't describe it to you. You have to watch it. It's crazy.
All right. I think that I will have to do a review on that. Now, have you watched my reviews at all?
I watched which one did I watch? Hold on, let me pull it back up here. It's been, I will admit, please don't be mad at me. It has been quite a bit since I've seen one of your videos. But
No, that's fine. Well,
if I remember correctly, hold on, let me pull
I will tell the chat right now for anybody that does not know. I don't do the anime cowboy as me, aka Murdock, the man you are listening to, the person that's in your ears right now. No, that's not me doing that. It's an actual character that I thought up with Seymour, because again, I thought all these anime reviewers, I'm just seeing the same one over and over again. You know, the same cadence, same ideal. You know, nothing's really changing. You know, I want something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I came up with the idea. It's like, even though I can talk without the southern twang here in most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of review would it be if it was a down south country hick that knows nothing about anime,
Mm-hmm.
but has to review anime?
Right.
So, I don't know, you get this whole type of show that's just, what is this? Chromate High School. Oh, let's see. What is this about? Chromate High School is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by A.G. Nonaka. And I always thought it'd be just hilarious. Just,
You're funny.
you know, it's an idiot reviewing anime, and like the whole thing is like people get so hyped, and like it's like talking to like people about politics.
Mm-hmm.
Anime is that same energy, and I was like, man, how awesome would it be just to do a comedic character and just let people get mad?
I'm not gonna lie, that would actually be pretty funny.
And like 100% how I put it and how I brought up the simmer was, look, I do not say any of the writers, the directors, the artists,
Mm-hmm.
you know, any actual in real life people's names that are Japanese. Mind you, I can say their names for as good as I can, pretty damn well, enough to get me through Japan itself,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I put that down because I am going to screw up the characters' names, the show name, and everything about the show, because I've always found it weird that, you know, if somebody who doesn't speak Japanese, if they screw up, like, let's say Naruto, if I go and I say Naruto or something, or like, you know, no cow, people are going to freak the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
and get pissed off.
Right.
But, but, you know, if let's say a Japanese man here in America doesn't say a word right, no one will get mad at him. You know, one, because it's a dick move to do that.
Right.
But it's like it's not his English isn't his native language. It's like, come on, give him a break. It's like, yeah, Japanese isn't mine.
Right.
So why are you coming after my throat?
Right. Yeah. It's like that's like Japanese speaking English. Like no, I get it. Mm-hmm.
But I'm playing off that.
Oh,
the whole ideal there.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'd have to. Well, yeah, we'll watch one of your. Is it do you have like is it just these shorts right here that you just have, or do you have any other longer videos?
No, the reason why I did shorts is because my knees have been so. I got the knees of an 80-year-old, and they both have to be completely replaced.
Oh, yes, I remember you told me that.
Mid-30s, and it was hurting so much to be sitting at the computer that I couldn't really get long form. So I did a few shorts. I just need to get back in the game.
Gotcha.
That's all.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we can watch this one of the Guyver. I'm interested in that one. We can watch that one here in just a second. But I did have a question for you, actually, that I just thought of. So before I get into anything, or before I get into that question, actually, I apologize. I have to run to the restroom real quick. So again, like I said, entertain the chat. I'll be right back. Don't get me banned. I'll be right back.
All right, perfect. Hey chat, how we doing? So anyways, guys. So crazy enough, we have been here for 2 hours. Not too bad. And talking about fun stories and everything else. And this is one of the first type of interviews where I haven't gotten into the traumatic stuff yet. But like combat and that stuff. But if anyone here wants to hear any of that, just let me know. I have no problem talking about that stuff. It's trauma, but it's not traumatic. If I've learned how to deal with my trauma pretty much. I actually actively really try to help veterans deal with their traumas. I worked at a vet center for about 2 years, and it's hard to try to get combat veterans in just a slightly different state of mind to where it doesn't weigh them down. But I have no problem talking about that stuff. One thing I think that helps me with my trauma is the fact that I do talk about it, and I don't care who hears it. It's life. You hear about the older veterans. They'll never talk about that stuff.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey.
So I did have a question for you. Now,
yeah.
I don't know what all you can talk about with this, and if you can't say very much about it, then I get it. But I saw something the other day on Twitter that kind of interested me, and I wanted to ask you about this, and I'm going to ask this other person about it too. Give me a second. Let me get it pulled up before we watch this. Give me a second. I saw something that kind of caught my eye, and since you were going to be coming on here tonight anyway, I figured that I'd ask you about it. Give me a minute here.
Is it fun and interesting?
It might be. Depending, yeah. This one caught my eye, so I wanted to ask you about this.
Is it a tweet? Is it a tweet from me or a tweet thread I'm in?
It's involving you in another tweet. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, while you were gone, I was telling chat that I have no problem talking. I know we've been here for 2 hours. This is like one of the first interviews I've really got this long into and haven't talked about any of my like trauma, quote unquote, type of stuff. So if anybody wants to hear, that stuff, I have no problem talking about it. And I talked about the vet center stuff. But anyways, go on.
Yeah, no, I know. Unless somebody were to tell me otherwise, which hasn't happened just yet, really. I usually tend with this is a newer format that I'm trying out. Just seeing how it works out, and so far it's actually been working out really, really well, and I'm kind of surprised by it. I'm trying out this like interview / conversation format. I've seen it be done before, but I wanted to give this a shot because I'm interested to get to know people, not just within the community, but just people in general. And you are one of these people that I've really that I've been lucky enough to talk with. I haven't talked to you in quite a while, which makes me sad, but you are a very interesting man, as I've said before, to me. And the reason why I say that is because of your stories and just your cadence and things of that nature. But what I really wanted to ask you about, and this is something that came up, and this is also kind of a topic of conversation. So Miss Aussie tweeted this out the other day. What is this? What is this here? Do you see this?
Let's see, let me go back to
Hold on, let me pull up the tweet.
there we go.
I'm not planning to make an exact replica, but I'm planning to use the base and create from there. Wyman Recording had something really, really good, and I'm not willing to let that go. It's my baby, and I have plans for it. Watching it sit there hurts. And she quote tweeted, thinking of making Wyman Recording 2.0, maybe. And then she put in here, so cool your jets, everyone. I even have a man as my co-host. And I'm willing to consider one more co-host as well. But Murdock and I are going to have a lot of fun. What is this? What is this?
So when Wyman Recording first started, roundabout, I have no clue. How it popped up in my feed from somebody else, snowball effect with Twitter.
Right.
And I brought it up like the type of person I am. It's like, hey, can I be one of them Wymans, please? Obviously, it's a big no, because, I'm not Wyman. So, fast forward to this time, and she brought up the, Wyman Recording part, 2.0. I asked again. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. But no, we talked about it. It's a small work in progress. It's not Wyman Recording at all. It's something different.
Okay.
No. It's one of those things where, she said that, and, I'm not one for deleting tweets. Just leave it up there and just, express what's it's saying. It's not Wyman Recording 2.0, because I may have tits, but they ain't, they're useless. And so I can't be a Wyman. So nix that one. It's something different, doing, real life, like talking in world stuff here and there. And so I've already explained to her that, I'm moving in 3-ish weeks. And when I get back to LA, I won't have my stuff set up for, at least a good little while. So it's one of those things like, let's try it out. I'm totally down because, I want to get a feel for podcasting as well. I need to, practice makes perfect. And for me, this is something to where I can really work on my cadence and, try out the podcasting, give it the old college try.
I think you could do it. Yeah, it's, and I think that'll be really fun. So have you guys thought of a title or anything like that yet, or what exactly you guys will do?
Yeah, it's going to be called Moving to Electric Boogaloo. No, we don't have a name yet.
Okay, I was gonna say what? That's a unique name.
It-
But
it's a movie.
yeah, I know that. That's why I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what? But no. So you guys, so as of now, there's really nothing like that you can. Well, I mean, not that you could share. Or if you could not share, then I totally get it. But as of now, you guys have just established that you guys are gonna do a podcast together. But it's not obviously going to be like Wyman Recording was. It's just going to be another type of podcast.
Yeah, 100%. It's not gonna be a woman recording 2.0. I mean, again, obviously, the elephant in the room would be me. So
Right.
it's a whole new podcast. And to have fun with it again, like I've said, being here, there's my only friends right now are y'all. You know, I don't get to talk to y'all. So why not do like kind of like what we're doing here? You're doing an interview. That would be, just talking to a friend, talking about, hey, this is news, blah, blah, blah. And I do my usual shtick of high energy, low drag, 100% in the now type of style, and throw my, very, I want to say super funny stuff, but,
funny.
I don't think I'm that funny.
You are funny. You're funny to me. And that's what.
You're
you're
saying
funny.
that.
No, I am not. And, dude, if I did not. Okay, not to toot my own horn here or anything, but if I truthfully did not find you interesting or fascinating or at least funny or any of the above, I would not have even remotely, talked to you that one time or find you as fascinating as I do, because I think that you are a very interesting character. And I do. And the other people that you've interacted with, like Spectre and Purple, and most of the people that are in chat that you've seen or whatever it is that I know that you've seen most of these people off and on through different chats and stuff. I have the same audience for the most part as like what Xylee does or Kristen Ark does or Peepaw or Not Recording and things like that. Which, by the way, I was very mad that Not Recording skipped your super chat. I was mad for you too. Anyway, remember that a couple weeks ago when they like skipped right over your super chat and you were so mad. You were so mad. But
and there's a reason why they got $25 and the broadcast got $50.
Hell yeah. But and what was I gonna say? But no, and you've been, throughout you've been, I don't want to say an orbiter, because to me, I don't want to describe it as being an orbiter because I'm not sure if that's the right way to put it. I've been called an orbiter, right? And I'm like, okay, fine. People want to call me an orbiter with whatever. That's why I'm trying to make my own content and trying to stand out from that, because I don't want to be necessarily known as just an orbiter, But, and I know that you're not either, obviously. I'm not saying that. But you and I both are kind of known to just pop in and out of chats here and there or whatever, depending on the audience. But what I've been able to notice over these last few months that I have been streaming is that it's an interesting venture, to say the least.
It is, and you know what? I have really actually enjoyed it. It's one of the things like you get back what you put in.
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, like, I don't have beef with anybody. I don't have drama with anybody. I don't want drama or beef with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I will be friends with one person that might have like, oh, I fucking hate that person, and I'm friends with them too. At the same time, it's like, I don't give a flying fuck about y'all's beef together. I just know that we'll never be in a room, sharing a bottle of tequila.
Right.
So, but even like people that I did actually start to kind of have a beef with, I squash that shit 100%. And I turn the shit around, because I'll tell you right now, life itself, and this is coming from a dude that has so many near-death, like, situations, like, inches to me saying, Daddy, I'm coming to see you, type of situations that I do not need the smallest of iota of stress with somebody across the pond who I'll probably never ever meet.
Right, right. Yeah, that's how I look at it too. And that's why I know I get it completely. And also on top of that too, if anybody now granted I've been very lucky in that aspect of not, you know, knowing, I guess I could say, of anybody that has an issue with me necessarily. Or if they did, it got squashed, whatever, fine. It was briefly. But, or it could be squashed, I guess I could say too. But that's how I look at it too. In this space, it's for pretty much anybody that's willing to put the work into it. You know, and I have been trying my best to make sure that everything is set to go, you know, and I'm trying out, like I said, I'm trying out this new format to see how this works out. If it wouldn't have worked out, or if I felt like this wouldn't work, then I wouldn't be doing it, you know, but I would at least give it a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you gotta venture out and see what happens and try out new things. And let's be honest, I'm a talker by nature, so this is perfect for me. But and so are you. You know, you are very much a talker too, just like I am. And so this would be perfect.
Oh,
for you.
I thought I was quiet.
Well, I meant never mind. Don't you me, sir? I'll kick your ass. No, like I would. I just probably just give you a big old hug and attack you. Anyway, but
I'll take that.
But no, I meant quiet in the sense of like, you know, you're not, that I have seen anyway. You know, you're really quiet on Twitter. You're really quiet on YouTube with like videos and stuff like that. That's what I meant. Not like, not like you personally. Hell no, you are not quiet by any means.
Oh no,
but I just meant like, you know, it's the only, and if I were to, I would hope anyway that if I were to get into any type of drama, which, you know, I don't know if we'll ever have. I'm being realistic. It's possible. You know, I'm not going to say it's never going to happen because that's just silly. But if I were to ever get into any type of drama, I would hope that depending on what the situation is, I would be able to, you know, handle it and move and, you know, be on my way. But again, you just never know. You know, is it worth getting into an argument with somebody like what you said that lives or that, you know, is overseas or is foreign or whatever? Is it worth it? No, absolutely not. But if it's something that, you know, again, each situation is different. Like when you look at the whole tipster thing, have you been following any of that by any chance?
Tidbits here and there. I mean, what arc are we on now?
Oh God. Well,
that's the situation. Well, and I've talked to Tipster before, personally, on one subject, the whole Alec Baldwin thing. I mean, obviously, who better ask about this whole film situation that people are running their mouths about? You know, they don't know jack shit. Kind of like how people talk about the military, and they only talk about what they see in the movies. It's like y'all don't know film sets or armorers or, you know, what kind of actual implements of weapon safety are on an actual set.
Right.
Was not done there. But, you know, instead of talking to those randos that like, well, you know, Alec Baldwin, you know, I know weapon safety. You never point a weapon at anybody, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. This is a film, though. You know, talk to them or maybe talk to somebody that's actually worked film sets with guns, you know, live, actual guns that we personally made into props, a.k.a. you pull out the firing pin on a pistol. You pull out a firing pin on a like a M4, you know. But you got the dummy rounds. You got the dummy rounds being there's no gunpowder. Drawing drawing blanks here, 100%. The primer, I think, is already punched. These are prop bullets, and then you got the the cap bullets that little bit of spark, a little bit of smoke. So I had a small conversation with Tipster on this is actually how it works on a film set. These and blah blah blah. So yeah, I've talked to him that one time. Obviously, we're not buddies. He hasn't invited me out to go get menudo yet. So
well, he might now that he. No, I'm kidding. Well, since you're gonna be living in California here soon, that's a possibility. Just saying. Now.
That'll piss Edwin right off.
Oh, who gives
he
a
got menudo and I didn't.
Who gives a fuck anyway? But that's what I mean. It's like this whole thing with Tipster, right? Is that he is so self-unaware, I should say, of the different stuff that he's getting himself into with the different feuds and stuff that he started out with the whole Bo Blacks thing. He was and the whole Keffels thing, that was just insane. And how he's dropping people left and right, and he said in a stream, I think that Bo Blacks did last night, that every one of his mods and admins jumped ship on him. It's no, well, yeah, look at what you're doing, dude. And he blamed them for them leaving. Yeah, he didn't take any responsibility for what, he's he's not the same Tipster that I knew. Not in any way, shape, or form.
100%. I feel the same way. I haven't watched this stuff in a while.
Neither have I. I kind of want to, just out of curiosity. But I'm I'd rather keep my brain cells. I'm good.
Yeah, he's in that arc where I'm just nah, I'm good. It's funny, you watch these commentators, creators, and you could watch an arc. Think of them as anime characters, pretty much going through all right, this is season 2. Arc right here. This is what we're going through. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, it's look at Dennis, fucking Def Noodles.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about what you thought about that. Yeah, go ahead.
So when I first started watching Def Noodles, he reminded me 100% of an old show on the E Network, Talk Soup.
Yeah, that's what he based his show off of. Yeah,
and it felt like that, and I enjoyed that. And then it started to evolve into I just want to say an ideal that was starting to form of, let me see if I can, how far I can aggravate this community and see what kind of pushback and what I could push back and see what kind of, progression I could get. I don't know. To be honest, I have no qualms about Dennis at all. Obviously right now he's going through the I'm not going to even call it redemption arc. I really hate these ideals of redemption arcs. It's a new arc. It's a different person than what you saw trying to do roast battles.
Yeah.
Well, and this one is I'm cool with. Hey, he's not too bad right now, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's done anything, egregious yet, but I think I would have seen it on Twitter already.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, the thing with Def Noodles though too, and that I'm kind of indifferent about him to a certain degree, but I'll get back to my my Tipster point here in a second. I am more indifferent to Def Noodles than I am to Tipster, and I'll tell you why. I never really got introduced to Def Noodles until after the whole drama thing happened with him. When he was on his arc about, burning bridges and shit like that and the whole lawsuit that he had with Keemstar. I never had, I never really got into his stuff until after everything had went down. but I never had seen any of his other stuff either. But I did kind of, get a glimpse as to what was happening to him and what he was doing to himself, right? But
Yeah.
at least he's coming back to a certain degree. Not, I don't want to say fully, but I hope he does slowly over time. He is slowly starting to be on his good boy arc, is what I call it. His good boy arc, and how he's really wanting to try to make amends with, what he did and how he acted and things like that. He really does seem genuine. To me, he does. And I hope that that sticks with him, and I hope that that works out for him. And, but again, I also understand other creators that knew him or worked with him that are kind of keeping him at an arm's length because they don't know what's going to happen, because he didn't he burned the bridge with them one too many times, or whatever he did with them, right? Each situation is different. Now with Tipster, on the other hand, he is just he was my introduction to a certain degree into commentary, and to see him doing what he is doing is just insane to me. It's like, how can you think that this is good? How can you think that this is good for your channel, and for you personally, with everything that you've been through, supposedly been through? How can you think that this is good? And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's not necessarily the fact of, what was I going to say? It's not necessarily the fact of him being friendly with Keffals. He can be friends with whoever he wants to. He's a grown-ass man. He can be friends with fucking Fresh and Fit, and I said this once too in a stream. He can be friends with Fresh and Fit all he wants. He can be friends with Andrew fucking Tate for all who I care. I'm just naming off these random people off the top of my head, right?
Yeah.
That's not necessarily just the fact of him being friends with Keffals. He can be friendly with whoever the fuck he wants to be friends with. It's him destroying and burning every bridge that he can within his close group of friends who he was friends with for years for Keffals. That's my point. Right?
No, and 100% I would agree with you. And, look, I don't hate Keffals.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either. I don't like her. I will fully and freely admit it. I do not like her. I do not like
I'm
what
not
she
the biggest
stands
fan
for.
either.
I do not like what she stands for. I do not think that she is a good person. But do I think that she should be deplatformed and not have a platform? No, of course not. I would never say that about anybody. Unless, again, you are a pedophile or you are a danger to society and to yourself, then yes, I would say that. But it's not very common that does really come up, or that's said. But, or that I know of anyway, within commentary is such a huge fear of people that it's like ridiculous. But
it is.
like when I was, but what was funny to me, that's when I knew that, well, I kind of already had a feeling that I was in commentary. But did you happen to see the now recording episode of the women's tier list?
I didn't watch it. I saw the aftermath. Pretty much.
There was no aftermath on my end. I was fine. But
I saw a list.
they had me on it.
I'm on a few lists too.
Yeah, I was on it. That was my first ever tier list, by the way. And
that's kind of how I found out. I was like, am I really in the? I mean, I have comments, and I say to the community. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm part of the commentary community.
Well, I'm part of it. I've accepted it that I was before that tier list even came out. I've been, I've accepted it. I'm in commentary. It is what it is. And I wouldn't change it, honestly, because if I respect everyone that is, within this sphere that I've interacted with to a certain degree. Not everybody, but most of the people, like everybody in my chat, other people that I've been able to interact with. Everyone that, pretty much everyone that I've interacted with over these last few months has been amazing. And I'm very lucky in that regard. But I've accepted the fact that I'm in commentary a way long time ago, even before that tier list. But what was funny was I didn't know that I would be on that tier list until I saw the episode drop, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And that's when I saw my profile picture, and I'm like, "Oh god, oh god." But where they
In law
ranked me,
enforcement, we call that guilt by association.
yeah, pretty much. But when I saw it, so I watched the episode. I watched the full episode, and truthfully, where I ranked that, I really don't care. It was fine. I I understand to a certain degree. Like they knew that they were gonna get shit for it, right? They knew that they were gonna get shit for it, but I talked to DMAX about this, and I briefly talked to Core the other day about something that came up, and I happened to mention to him too in passing. I don't care where I was ranked. I don't care. It didn't make a big stink about it. I tweeted it out, and I said, yeah, base take on where I'm at.
Yeah, it's 100. It's the weirdest thing when these tier lists have started, because when they first, because you know the boys tier list, commentary community tier list that was first started getting the roundabouts.
Yeah.
They at first they didn't have the higher echelon of what I would say commentary community, your Keemstars,
Mm-hmm.
And these jolly fellows, it was more of the roundabout people that I would hang out with and talk to here and there.
Right.
I would call it like, it's like, yo, we're the commentary underground. We talk about all the stuff that the high people don't even want to talk about. Come to our level, type of thing,
Right.
But now I think that more people are. It's more of a open field,
Mm-hmm.
that people are looking at everything else here and there. And to be honest, like I would not care where 4, 5, 6 dudes in a Discord call put me on a made up list.
Right.
Nor would I care, if a group of girls did the same. It's like
right.
that's cool. It's like if I'm talking about my opinion, it's my opinion. I really don't want people to like follow my opinion or this or that, because then it's no longer my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. Right. That's why the tier list that I have done. Like I've done 2 on stream. I did a musical movie tier. I've done 3 actually. The first one I can't remember, but I did a movie tier list or something, and then the last one that I did on a random night was a Disney tier list. That's why I've avoided the commentary ones. Because it's not that I can't do it. I probably could, but and no one that I know of would I would hope anyway wouldn't get at me for it. But that's why I've tried to avoid those types of tier lists or doing those type of tier lists, because it's like, why, I could do it. Like I said, I could do it just for, shits and giggles, but that's why I avoid doing those types of tier lists personally, because I know and have gotten to know so many different people within this sphere that I just can't do that. You know what I mean? Like maybe I will. Maybe I'll get over that, and maybe I will one night. Who knows? We'll see. But that's why I've avoided doing those types of tier lists, because I just don't want to. Not that I would get any backlash. I might. I don't know. But I just want to try to avoid that as much as possible as I can, or whatever, or not leave anybody out. I would feel too bad. But
well, my tier list would literally just be 2 tiers. It'd be like, yeah, these guys are technically like my friends, and the bottom would be, I don't know you, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check out some of your stuff, and maybe we could become friends.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably what mine would be too, to a certain degree, right? But but like I said, I've been lucky too. Like I said, in getting to know like Peepaw and DMAX and Yeah, who's another one that I've been talking to here lately? You know, you, Spectre, Knox, who's in the chat. Uh,
Knox is the homie.
Knox is the homie. He's great. Pigeon Salad. Do you know who he is by any chance?
I do not.
Oh, you gotta know Pidgey. Oh, Pidgey's the best. Um, you know, Pigeon Salad, Chris and Ark I've talked to on occasion. You know, different and on occasion, you know, like I talked to when I talked to Core, like I said the other, I'm trying not to name drop. Spectre, hush. um, but I'm really trying not to name drop, but it leads to my point that every one of these people that I've talked to, right, have been nothing but respectful to me. And again, then this was my other point, and I meant to mention this to DMAX when we briefly brought it up too the other night. I'm not mad about where they placed me because they don't know me well enough yet. Like, to a certain degree, no one really knows me very well yet, besides maybe like a few people on this platform, right? I'm not expecting to be right up there with every other woman who's been been around way longer than me, because I have to work for where I'm at. I have to get to that point. You know, I'm still working to get to that point, and I don't know if I will ever get there. It's kind of an impossible feat. Now, there have been some women in the community who have put me up as their best woman, and I do appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, that's very, very sweet. But I do not think of me as the best woman. I don't think I ever will. So,
well,
I'm
I'm waiting to be on that list and being on that tier. I want to be someone's best woman.
You do? Really? Is that your life goal?
Life goal. Yo, put me up. Yo, put me on that, best woman tier right there. Yeah.
Oh, that's
right there.
too funny. Just an FYI, I'm not a commentary YouTuber. I'm a true crime YouTuber, which makes me more cute and fluffy. Knox!
100%.
True.
Hey,
yeah.
you know what? Real fast, seems how the homie is here. Mm-hmm. Knox is actually the first YouTuber I actually ever, helped.
Oh, really?
Nothing major at all. He was the first one that's like, you know what? I kind of want to, help some YouTubers here and there. And obviously, like, I could care less about money or credit or anything like this. Helping out, to me, again, the whole creativity thing. I just need some to, flash bang my brain with creativity instead of, looking at, grass grow, and I live in Texas and it's just weeds,
Right.
And plus, it was fun what I did. I had a blast making it. I did a track for him for his I can't remember the title of the series, but it was about people that were wrongfully incarcerated, and a very, very good topic to talk about, like how the justice system can fuck up. Mm-hmm. And it's not the system itself, it's the people that run the system.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I 100% agree with that. Yep.
He had a Michael Jackson song, and the Innocent Project theme. He had a Michael Jackson song, and I was like, let me check something out. So I found the vocals, and I have because I'm probably like 3 credits shy of having my associates in music production degree.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I do enjoy dabbling with music. I'm not a musician. I don't know how to play, but I got enough musical know-how to, like, I know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But what I did was take the vocals, and I go through a program called Splice, and their website. I pay for it.
Yeah.
And it's just samples, just like, quick. Here's a bass sample. You just do all that stuff, and the creativity started hitting because I found a bass line that sounded like Tool. I'm like, yo, Michael Jackson and Tool? Yes. So I spent like
Oh,
like.
you gotta send me that. Oh,
What?
you gotta send me that if you still have it. I want to hear that.
Yeah. I'll send you the track I have of it.
I want to play that on stream. I want to.
Actually, because
You know what?
I
Send it to me
guess
now, and we'll play it.
I am. I need to go back into my
No.
YouTube
While
studio.
you're doing that, I'm going to gush on Knox too. Knox has been very, very cool to me over these last few months, and I greatly appreciate it. All of you guys, everybody in chat, everybody that is not in chat, that's lurking and watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And if I have to say it on every single one of my streams, well, guess what? I'm going to say it on every single one of my streams. So yeah. But no, I really do. It's all of you guys are amazing, and I greatly appreciate it. Nox, Spectre, Battle Puppet, Rag, who was here earlier, Empress, Rennie, who was here earlier too. Do you know Rennie by any chance? You know her from the broadcast, right?
I am pretty sure.
Yeah. She's also a VTuber. She streams on Twitch quite a bit, but she's also ventured into commentary, and she has her own YouTube channel too.
You want me to just put it in the talks amongst us?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Cool. And don't worry, because I made sure before I gave it to Nox to run it through my channel privately to see if there was any dings or anything. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
Obviously, I had to make sure it's safe, so it's safe for you here too.
Okay, no problem. Hold on, give me a second.
And there it is.
Okay, let's go ahead and play this bad boy. I want to listen to this. That sounds awesome.
I haven't heard it in a little while either, so I'm getting kind of
2
antsy.
minutes? Okay, hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've heard it.
There we go. Okay. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you want to hear this. I'm doing more Innocence Project in the fall, but right now stuff is slow. Oh, nice, Nox. That'd be nice. Don't you... Sir,
What?
I saw that.
You saw nothing. Keep on going.
No. No. I see that. Your butt. But no, this has been really fun. I really like this conversation / interview arc that I'm on. I really like it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying, like, it's fun. That's all I can say. It's actually fun.
Yeah, no, this is really, really fun. For me, this is super fun. Because, like I said before, this says getting to talk to people just one-on-one and having a conversation is one of the best things, is one of my, highlights. And the fact that I can do it and have the ability to do it on a stream and have everyone be into, or not everyone, of course, I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but to have people actually watch me and actually like it, it's like, what? That still blows my mind.
Well, I think one of the good qualities, like, just us, like, literally talking as I'm looking 2 hours, I guess, roundabout, a little more than that.
Yeah.
In that 2 hours, there's literally no dead air.
Yeah, that's true. But the other thing though is that I like I said before, I like getting to know people in general. Like, I plan on at some point, hold on one second, I gotta take a drink. I plan on at some point, in the near future, I talked about this briefly too. I was on a podcast, with my IRL friends, a couple years ago, called The Unnecessary Tangent. You can find it on YouTube. And that was my first foray, if you will, into the podcast world. So this is the first time that I've ever done anything like this by myself and with a platform like this. But I'm telling you, The Unnecessary Tangent, when I was on there for the couple of episodes that I was on, was so much fun. Because it was my IRL friends who I've known for like 20 years, and they're boys. Yes, they're boys. They can yell at me later. But
Cuties.
Yeah, and I've, they could yell at me later. I really don't care. But they've, I've known them literally for almost 20 years, and that was so much fun. But I really wasn't sure how to feel about this until I actually started it, and now I love it. I'm like addicted. If I could stream every day, I totally would. Totally
Well,
would.
I can honestly say you are doing a great job. I have enjoyed myself, and I think what it comes
Yay!
down to is if your guest is enjoying himself and the chat is enjoying themselves,
Oh yeah,
and
totally. Yeah.
and long form is great for people that they're doing something and they could have it in the background while they're working or this or that, and
Yeah, yeah. That was kind of my plan anyway. Was
yeah,
to I'm kind of taking the formula. Do you know Minxie by any chance? The streamer Minxie 1?
I believe so.
Okay. She on occasion she's starting to slowly bring them back, but she does what she calls empty cup interviews or empty cup conversations, or yeah, I think they're called interviews. Um I'm doing kind of the same format as kind of like what she does with them, is that I'm just having a conversation with somebody that I know or I respect or want to get to know better, depending on the type of situation. But she does it as a little bit um she actually calls it empty cup. I just call it I just call it really a conversation. I don't want to steal that idea. But I also go
Yeah.
off of like what Peepaw does. Peepaw has been a big influence with me. Thank you, Knox. Thank you. Yeah, she brought the empty cup back for Knox. She did an interview or an empty cup with Knox a couple weeks ago. And she's gonna do one with Spectre here soon, I think. I'm not sure when exactly. Has that been scheduled yet, Spectre? That should be here soon, shouldn't it? She's gonna do an empty cup with Spectre. And here, I hope here soon, she might do one with me. I'm not sure when yet exactly, but yeah, but Spectre's is probably going to be here soon, hopefully, if he doesn't already know the date, which I don't know if he can say or not, but yeah, so that's...
Throw my name out there, wink, wink.
No, I think that you'd be really fun to talk to, or for her to with you, because she does like anime and she does a lot of gaming stuff too, here and there. But no, I think that you'd be really fun for her to talk to. She's really fun, but it's the way that I'm looking at it is this, right? I'm trying out this new platform and trying out this new stuff and just seeing what happens and going from there. But enough talking. Let's play the video. Sorry. Just realized we got to talking again and totally forgot. Okay, Knox, I'm sorry. Okay, you're right. Okay, here we go. Wow.
I really don't hate to see it. The government don't wanna see it. But if Roosevelt was living, he wouldn't
think I can hear it.
All I wanna say is that they don't really
Oh, you can't hear it?
Okay, they can hear it. I can't hear it. No, that's cool. No, yeah, I forgot. I'm on Discord. I have it muted. My bad. My bad.
I'm tired of being the victim of shame. You're throwing me in a class with a bad name. I can't believe it 'cause the land from which I came. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
Wow. That was really good. I wish it was longer. That was really, really good.
Oh yeah, and you could tell the Tool like inspiration with it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. Like, oh yeah, like I'm banging my head like, yeah, this rocks. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that was really, really good. Yeah, that was really, really good. Well, my sir, let's pull up one of your videos. And
Oakley
then
dokley.
we'll get out of her. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, we're gonna watch the Guyver one. How long is this one? Do you know?
It's the 1 minute limit thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's a
right.
short.
Okay. All right, give me a second. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. On it. I am not. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I got two different browsers open. I had to make sure I had the right one open. Okay, here we go.
Here's a Japanese anime called The Guyver. It's about a high schooler in Japan named Sho Fukamachi. Now, Sho is attached by an alien armor called the Guyver. Non-consensually, might I add. Every orifice is obviously penetrated. Now, due to this and him having the Guyver armor, the entire furry community comes at him head to toe, trying to kill him. But unbeknownst to them, Joe is one tough hombre and defeats all the furries post-race.
I'm gonna die. Oh my god.
This is a Japanese.
Oh my god. I haven't seen that in so long. Oh my god. That was the one that I saw. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, that's too funny. You need to make long form videos, dude. Like legit.
I am. I'm gonna keep that voice for the shorts. The long form, I'm not gonna be able to hold it like that because, just doing this kind of gets on the vocal cords a little bit, and
Yeah.
it starts
bet.
to hurt.
Oh yeah, no, I bet it does. Yeah.
I think I'll just do like a more, just go in there and just start doing a little bit more of a deeper. See, the problem is I got to work my voice up, and the way I do that is singing. Like for about an hour straight, I'm just doing nothing but singing to really break my vocal cords at the moment. Think of it like you wake up in the morning, your vocal cords aren't, stretched and loosey-goosey. And, that's what I do to work on my voice. Plus, honey and lemon.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta, like, I've heard of, like, different people doing, like, vocal warm-ups to kind of warm up their voice a little bit. They do it on occasion, like, different singers or different people that perform on stage. They do vocal warm-ups just to get their voice nice and smooth for the most part, as much as they can. I want to watch another one now, dang it. That one was good. Okay, let's watch another one. We'll watch this one. What? The Buddha Armor and Satan the Cult. Let's watch this one. Okay.
I like that one.
Alright, hold on. Give me a second. Alright, here we go.
I am downright horrified and mortified. This here is Butt Attack Punisher Girl Gucci Mane. Now, this here's a girl who gets special armor from Buddha to fight a criminal cult of Satanists. Now, to be perfectly honest, this goes against all my Christian moral values. Understand, she is very underclothed and she is fighting criminals, cultists of the occult, Satan worshippers with her buttocks, okay? And my thing is, understandably, there is a lot of dump in that truck she is carrying in the back. Now, we definitely need to go back to our Christian morals, okay? Open the Bible, read it, understand it, and get away from all this occult stuff. I rate this film 9 out of 10. Would watch again.
私はクリスチャンです。イエス様はおいでくださらないの？
I am downright.
Oh my god. You are too fucking funny. I love it. I love it.
None of that was scripted. That's one thing I wanted to do with this entire ideal was I'm trying to cut out the stressors of being creative, which is trying to think of a script, think of jokes, this and that. It's like just watch it, say stuff, and if I need to go back, I know how to edit.
Right, right.
Professionally. So it's like it's
right.
not hard for me to go in there and chop it up a bit and go back and re-record just because I thought of something funnier.
Yeah, you need to go make longer form videos, dude. Like legit, I will fully endorse that 100%.
I have the actual long form video setup already done. The intro, the middle, and the end. To be honest, I can actually send you what that actually looks like.
Oh, okay.
You just don't worry about the middle talking stuff. Let me see if this one is a quick and dirty of it. I do believe it is.
Is it done?
It is.
Is it finished?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I literally just have to do content for it. You know what I mean? Like just the voice stuff, because it's like the characters is the mouse. It's sitting right there. Let me pull it up. It does need to be tweaked a bit. A few parts need to be shortened a bit here and there. But
Okay.
I will send this to you real fast and the talks amongst yourselves.
Yep.
Bing,
Talks
bada,
amongst
boom.
yourselves. Yep.
Mind you, don't worry too much about what I'm talking about. What it? Oh yeah, believe me. It's an actual update video because I hadn't done anything yet on the channel, and I already had over 400 subs, and there was nothing on my channel.
Right.
And
Oh,
I
that's
wanted
too
to
funny.
I wanted to put something up there just so people know that
You're
No.
alive.
I'm alive, because what they know me from is a combat veteran talking about my combat experience and depression, this and blah 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 blah. So I wanted to make sure it's like, hey guys,
Right.
thank you for still staying here. I'm sorry, I'm working on stuff. It's slow. I'm slow. I got bad knees. I can't get to the computer that fast.
Right.
Excuse, but just don't mind the middle stuff. We're looking at the visuals.
Right. No, I get it completely. No, this is actually perfect. This actually works out. Okay, we'll go ahead and play this. Guys, the title of this is Psychic Gorillas on a country ranch, plus I am still alive. Okay. And when was this? This was when was this published? About 6 months ago? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's private, but yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and play it. I freaking love you.
I'm not a fan of this. What is this? The delay. So I'm looking at your YouTube channel at the same time as I'm.
Yeah, so am I.
talking. I just hear the delayed laughs here and there.
Well, what I have to do, because I only have the one monitor, is if I want to expand a video, which is make it full screen, I have to pull up YouTube on my phone to look at the chat and stuff to make sure that, just to see what you guys are saying and doing and stuff like that. And also because I've had so many different issues with connectivity and whatnot, knock on wood, it doesn't happen again. I have to make sure I'm still live. So
Yeah.
there's that too.
It's a work in progress. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, no, I know. I take it with a grain of salt, because guess what? Every streamer goes through it, and every streamer will continue to go through it, so it is what it is. But, no, I don't get necessarily, like, downtrodden about it. I'm like, I'll deal with it. It is what it is. I've been told that before, but, I just want to make sure that, on my end anyway, that I see that everything is okay while I have it full screen, because I can't look at chat or anything else, so that's why I have it up on my phone. But just, on the side anyway. But what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No. What I was gonna say real fast. I mean, I don't know what part you're at right now, but all the images except for the cows, which I got to do something differently for that. Is all AI generated, except for me, the mouse.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Howdy, y'all. So, this is going to be a little bit short and sweet, so just real fast. First off, I want to thank everybody that subscribed and is still here. I know it's been months. Couple months. Way too long. But, life and all that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But really what I want to make this right now is to say that things are working, but if everything goes right, I will start streaming on this channel to, one, put content out there, but also, two, to get out of that depression and get in front of the computer and just be here. So it's a lot less of a problem for me. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Very, very small video. I hope everyone kind of likes the video layout of the entire video format. And I'm doing this pretty much live. I'm not cutting anything, so yeah, I get a text message. But either know that I also have a Twitter. The link will be in the description. Follow it. Talk to me. I'm very, very lonely, and I will talk to everybody.
Oh.
So follow it, and let's see what happens with the streaming. It'll hopefully go great.
So, so before you made this, obviously, was before the whole thing with Aussie came up. Did you plan on what happened with the streaming? Did it just not work out, or what happened with it? Do you know?
No, not really. To do the streaming stuff, I'll probably do it when I'm back in California and I got everything set up.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I don't know if I want to really sit there and stream. It'll be a give or take. I did do a stream on Kick though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I did an entire because I want to see how far I could go before getting banned. So I did an entire radio DJ set for 4 hours.
Oh, nice.
All copyrighted music from Spotify.
Oh, Lord. How'd that go?
It's still up.
Oh, nice. See, that's what I've been told about Kick, though, too, is that streamers can, and content creators in general, can pretty much get away with anything and everything, and some have. So, and that's the thing, is that's the kind of a double-edged sword right there with Kick. I haven't figured out, if I can figure out how to stream on Rumble and or Kick, I will definitely try to go to one of those two places, or both if I can, because I do have accounts with both of them, but I haven't figured out the logistics of Rumble and Kick yet. So once I figure that out, or once I take the time out to figure that out, I can and I probably will, but I haven't figured out all of that yet, any of that yet. Right now, I'm just sticking with YouTube, but hopefully, eventually, I'll get there too.
You know what? I've been meaning to jump back on Kick and do another just radio DJ stream.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I love listening to music. I wouldn't have tried to go get a degree in music production if I didn't. Mind you, that's on top of my associates in film science and bachelor's in film production.
Right.
On top of, I have maybe a few more credits left to get an associate's in animation also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got a lot of pieces of paper, but I'm still dumber than a sack of bricks.
Oh, you are not dumb, Hush.
Hey, college they pay me to go, so I'm gonna go. So yeah, what do you think about how the long form looks?
I think that this is very nice. I think that once you get more comfortable in doing said long form, like you are now here with me, I think that would work out very, 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 very well for you. I think that is, I'm honestly surprised why you haven't yet. But that's besides the point. But I get it. It can be very daunting to do long form like this, because it can be like you're not sure exactly what you can talk about, or if anybody will watch or things like that. The one thing that I have been told, and it has helped me out tremendously, is to not look at the views, or not to obsess over the views. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. That's never been me.
Right, that's not me either.
Because this isn't a job for me. This is like collecting stamps if I'm an old man and my knees don't work.
Right.
And right now, my knees just don't work.
Right. Well, right now this is just a hobby for me. Yeah. Like I have an IRL job too, and that I plan on keeping for quite a while. I hope anyway. But the one thing that that was ingrained in me from the get go, and other streamers told me this, and I've seen other streamers say this too, is that you can't look at the views. You have to look at what you're actually doing and look at how your audience responds and things like that, and excuse me, and go from there. Which is why, like I said, this conversation/interview arc that I've been trying out has been working as well as it has, because my audience and everybody loves it. They've been really liking it so far, because they want to know, they want to see that kind of stuff from me. Now, granted, the other streams that I've done, like the tier lists and talking about different videos and going over different videos and stuff like that, that's been working out great too, don't get me wrong. But it's my audience, and from what I've been getting of the responses, is that a lot of people seem to really like this conversation/interview arc that I'm on, because it's, not only giving somebody else a platform, but it's helping me personally to get to where I'm at now, because otherwise I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. Now, like I said earlier, if everyone were to have told me, or a certain few people were to have told me, okay, Huck, it ain't working, nope, you gotta do something else, I would do something else, totally, 100%. But I'm giving this a shot and just seeing how it works out, and I'm glad that it's working out. You can definitely do this. You can. Yeah. For sure, 100%.
It's a calculated move that I did, and mind you, again, when I said, hey, it's a character, and I thought it'd be funny and hilarious, but it was also a calculated move in the fact that I know who I have the potential of pissing off. Mm-hmm. The anime community is not a fun bunch of kids that are like, right, give a little razzmatazz on the shoulder, but hey, you guy, you jokester. Like, no, they're in those comments. It will be vitriol. It will be venom, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But are they saying that to me, or this cowboy mouse called, Anime Cowboy?
That's Fifo, by the way.
Actually, no, actually.
Okay, I'm sorry. It looks like Fifo. Sorry. It looks.
It does. You know what? Here, let me. I got it on my phone. I'll keep talking while I find it and send it. in the.
I'm sorry, it looks like Fievel.
No, it does, and that's actually I actually watched all Fievel Goes West, and I also watched the entire Disney animated show to find where this dude was at because it's from an actual picture. And you will never believe where it's actually from.
Well,
Actually, I'll let you guess.
where? Oh, I don't even know. I have no idea.
What other cowboy mouses in media do you know? Any of them? Chat, help her out.
Disney wise?
Media in general.
Oh,
Too late. It's there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's in the chat. Check it out.
In the YouTube chat or in Discord?
Discord.
Oh, okay, hold on. No!
Yep.
No!
Ain't that something?
I didn't know that. Well,
Oh,
I'll be today years old. Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, crazy. I do believe it's from Australia.
It would be. Oh, that's funny. Okay, okay. Let's finish this and then I'll show because they can't see it. I will show where that is from. That is crazy. Let's finish this.
Complete and utter disaster. Who knows? I don't. So, let's try it out. All right. There you go. Bye.
Watching you and judging you. Oh, that was good. Okay, well that was very, very sweet. So let me show this picture that he just sent over. Hold on, give me a second. OBS, talking screen. There we go.
Well, while you're doing that, I will let the chat and everybody know that even the music is all done by me. It's all through samples, but I try to be as non copyright infringing as I could be, due to the fact that I'm still, here's anime, and that's why, like, I put it on an old CRT TV, and all the jumbled up effects I had to put on it to actually give it that CRT effect.
Holy cow!
Is
this
to
picture's huge. Hold on, I gotta.
Knock away the algorithm searcher, the YouTube.
I used to smoke Marlboros too. That was way a long time ago. It seems anyway. Hold on, give me a second. This picture is pretty big, so I apologize. I will scroll, I promise. But this is where that picture came from. This picture is huge. I didn't think it'd be that big. But yeah, this picture is huge. Holy cow. See, I never knew this. I'm today years old. I never knew.
Well, I had the picture of just the mouse for a while, and oh man, I had to do a lot of reverse image searching and doing a lot of this stuff to find it. And because I needed the references to send to the artist, who I am not part of the furry community at all. It is not my bag or anything. And to be honest, there's a lot of people in that community that are just nice people. They enjoy pretending, I guess. I'm not talking about the darker underbelly, the seedy part of it at all.
Right.
Well, on Twitter, I knew a dude that was part of the furry community. Oddly enough, he was part of that seedy area. I was like, okay, man. Anyways, he gave me his artist. I loved her work, but I hate her work.
Right.
And it's sad because I can never tell anybody, especially live, who she is. I just have to reiterate that everything she does is commissioned and girls gotta eat.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Blame the people that paid money and had this in their head to get out
Hey,
of.
you know what?
My God. Ugh.
No judgment. That's how I look at it.
Yo, girl had to eat. 100% props, and she did a fucking fantastic job on my fucking Cowboy mouse, and it only ran me $50. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna hit you up for some more and other stuff, but I can't give you as a contact. My bad.
Yeah, I hear you.
I may not have the biggest reputation, but there's still an inkling of a reputation I would like to keep.
And that's like with when I was trying to promote Bunny, when she came on and was lovely enough to come on last Saturday. Did you watch that stream by any chance?
No.
Oh, that one was so much fun too. I was trying to figure out how to promote her because unfortunately her Twitter, if you follow her and she follows you back, I think that this is how she has it set up anyway, or she said that this is how she set it up, that unless you follow her or she follows you or both, you really can't see her post because of what she does. So
100%.
that truthfully makes sense because she doesn't, and again, she understands that there's an audience that is out there for her. Hell, make that money, girl. That's what I told her too. Like,
100%.
that's why I don't judge people, women especially, or men who do that kind of work, because it's like, hey, you got the money, you got the gall and the will to do it. By all means, do it.
Having a roof over your head and being able to eat, I have no problem with that. And plus, like, I love her to death. She is
she's a
100% sweetheart. 100%.
She is the best. Yes.
And I've seen her stuff. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. She's more of a homegirl, so I don't care about that.
Oh no, neither do I.
But I, going through her Twitter, I was like, she's a awesome fucking artist. Not just makeup, but artist.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way her paintings are fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. Yeah, her paintings, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, truthfully, yes, her paintings are great. And I even asked her this too at one point, like how long it takes for her to put on the makeup, and she said that, well, what she usually does right before she goes on cam. Oh, you can watch the episode too, but right before she goes on camera or for Cam Soda, is she usually has some downtime, and it usually takes her roughly about an hour to 2 hours, depending on what she's doing. I guess I think is what she said. So, because I asked her just out of curiosity, like, how long does it take you to do that makeup? Because that makeup is intricate and it is detailed. And it is good. So she's one of the few people within this community that does that kind of work. And again, I would never judge her or anybody regardless, right? But she's one of those few people that I would be like, yeah, you need to be doing this. Do you know what I mean? Because she has the stick, she has the personality for it, she has the body for it, and she's perfect for it. Like, it's legit. Watch that episode. Watch that stream. It's really, really good.
I definitely will. I actually want to do kind of like what we're doing here with her. Both on cam.
She'll come on.
But I want to do my face in makeup as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to do it in a sugar cookie or sugar skull, I think it's called. Type of design.
I've done that before. I did that for Halloween.
Yeah, that's actually what I want to do. Do that because if you ever watched the Rob Zombie music video where he's dressed up in the same manner, I wanted something like that. I have a beard, it would work with the beard.
It would. It totally would. I would totally watch that in a heartbeat. Well, my dear, I got to get going. I think that this has been a really, really fun stream, and I think that this has been a really great conversation.
I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and you are lucky because I have officially been up for 30 some odd hours.
Oh,
And I have
yeah,
I haven't died. I haven't died yet.
yeah, go to bed. Go to bed. So, but no, Murdock, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on. I really do appreciate you. Go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. Follow him on Twitter. Let me find your Twitter real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second, and I'll put that in the chat. Because I failed to do that before, so let me do that now. Give me a second. Here we go.
And I will be putting up some more videos before I leave, move back to Cali. Right now I'm working on a project with the crew, the Four Ways team right now. So I'm at my computer. So I want to kind of get some more fun stuff out there. I'll probably look at, what was it? Chromati High School.
Oh Lord, yeah. Have fun with that.
Probably do a down south review of this Japanese cartoon.
Have fun, yeah. Have fun with that one. That one is that one is very interesting. So, but I appreciate you, sir. You are a delight, and I adore you. And I think that this was a really fun episode. Thank you again for coming on. I do appreciate it, and we hope and have a good move. And we hope to hear from you when you get back, and hopefully you'll be out making content either by yourself or with Aussie, whatever happens. And we'll hope to see you again soon.
I appreciate it 100%. To the chat, thank y'all for sticking around and listening to me run my suck.
Oh, hush. You were fine, hush. But yes, thank you again, Murdock. And you go get some sleep, go to bed, and
I'm gonna go play some Diablo 4.
Okay, no, go to bed. Go to bed.
No, no, Mom, I'm not.
All right, sir. Well, I will talk to you later. Thank you again.
All right, thanks for having me. Bye.
Well, that was really, really fun. Murdock is always a pleasure. He's a great dude, and I greatly appreciate him. Go check him out, guys. He's a delight. He is an absolute delight. He is so much fun. Go check him out on Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter. Go check out his stuff. Hopefully, here soon he'll, once he gets settled, of course, obviously in the house and stuff, and in his new place, he'll be able to make more content. I think that he needs to get out there more. He's a true cowboy, if you will. He's really, really fun. So, and I appreciate everybody else coming out here tonight. I didn't expect for this to turn into a over 3-hour stream, but hey, it is what it is. I had a feeling that it would go long, but I didn't know exactly how long. So again, I appreciate all of you guys coming out here tonight. Thank you so much. I do want to just say real quick that after tonight, I will be taking the next few days off. I will be off Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. But I do plan on being back on Monday. If none of you did see it yet, or if you have seen it, I will be doing the rescheduled stream with Van Luke on Monday at 8 o'clock to go over her Colleen video. So that'll be really, really fun. That will be Monday at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. So that'll be really fun. Yeah. So look, hopefully you guys will be able to join then, and we'll be able to get some really great that would be a great conversation too, obviously. And we'll just see what happens with that. So that will be again, that'll be Monday at 8 Central. Depending on if I get a wild hair up my butt again, I may stream maybe Sunday. I don't know. I know I said that I wouldn't do it, but you know what? Sunday streams are fun. The last one was really fun. So, I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys again for coming out. You guys are great. And, yeah. So, we'll end it on this real quick. Hang on. Give me just a second. We will end it on this here. You guys have a good night. Thank you. Bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night, got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, hear them scream, okay, it's a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it up, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the